Start stream. Okay, here we are again. Hey everyone, I rejiggered a few things. Hopefully it's legible on there. I'll have a look and see.
Can you read it at the main side?
Yeah, it's a little small at sub full screen size. At full screen size though, everything's fine, so... Cool, as you can see, we got our dudes, we're trying to grind up, we're trying to get to level 40 fucking free. Once we get to level 40, we're gonna hit Sabrina's gym and try and knock out those trainers. And then we'll go to 43. But until then, we have to actually, like, do a shit ton of,
delicious grinding.
Refamiliarize myself with this. There we go. More grinding, unfortunately. It's gonna be a shit ton of grinding. Because we get up to level 40. Okay, we've got plenty of surfs. We can take out this Vendnat. Not Psyduck is finally, like, equivalent member of the team. Slash, probably better than most of the team, honestly, because it's, like, got some decent stats. The only reason it's in such a low tier is that, like, you got things like, Vaporeon and Gyarados and shit that's, like, a guaranteed encounter. That are better than it, and Tentacruel. Tentacruel is just like super better because its special stat has not been. Oh god, that fucking sucks. Why did I even try that? Its special stat has not been
Nerfed?
It's not been nerfed yet. Oh god, we're gonna have to heal now. It hasn't been nerfed yet, so you end up with having like an insanely like I think it's like 120 special stat. What am I doing? I should be teleporting.
You should be. You don't want to death because of stupidity.
More importantly, I don't want to waste any more fucking time.
That too. But also, death due to stupidity on your part are like the hardest possible one.
Yes. So like I said, it's one of those weird things where it's a factor of the tiering system that it turned out to be that bad, despite the fact that it's actually theoretically quite good. There are just like way better water types out there that you get guaranteed encounters with. Like if you want a Tentacruel, you can get a Tentacruel. You want a Gyarados, you can get a Gyarados. You want a Vaporeon, you can get a Vaporeon. There is no variance. There is no variance in this Nuzlocke as to which can be a big difference in how I tiered them. So yeah.
But also, by the same tactic, like, the point of a Nuzlocke is to be kind of unpredictable and at least
well, yes, a lot of the guaranteed good encounters have been tiered too high for me to be using in this case. So I have to, like, not just be like, well, I've got an automatic Snorlax on my team, I have a Vaporeon or Jolteon, depending on which way you go. Like, Vaporeon's better than Jolteon, but also there's just so many more water types out there. So chances are your best bet is actually to just go with Jolteon instead. That's what I normally do. This one...
Plus me just being a Jolteon fan is like, what was the question?
Yeah, like, whereas, in this one we ended up going with Flareon, and we haven't actually used it. We haven't even used it because Flareon is just that much bullshit.
Yeah, especially because he doesn't even, like, get particularly good until he gets, like, any physical fire-type moves.
We'd, like, end up with a weakness to rock for half the team if we took Flareon.
I think you were talking about that last week of why we're not switching to Venonat at the moment.
Yeah. Apart from the fact that Butterfree is kind of better because, like, psychic weaknesses.
Yeah.
It doesn't have it.
Yeah. That's also kind of, I assume you know the Venonat Butterfree theory as well.
I know that. I know that theory. The one that they switched Venomoth and Butterfree. Because their pre-evolutions look kind of like the other. Yeah. Don't know really what to think about that one, but...
I mean, it seems easily possible in a chaotic way that they kind of, like, set up those things in the first place.
We'll never know. Maybe it's just that, like, one particular dude who was doing the art was like, I just... happened to like these shapes, and he didn't even notice he was doing it.
Yeah, like me in England.
Yeah. Like when Philippa was helping out with a LARP that me and one other person wrote, and she was one of our person to help fill out backstories on characters.
Yep.
and handed in, like, basically every character was like, this person is from England, and it's like, did you realize you made basically every single character from England? And she was like, what? I did?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think of it because I wrote, what was it, 36 characters? No.
I'm sure it was not that many characters. We had like 4 people doing it.
It was... I don't remember anyone else having submitted anything by that point, so I was
By
like,
that
well,
point, maybe not, because I think
Yeah.
you were probably one of the people who did it the most promptly.
Yep, but I also remember it was still, like, getting kind of close to the time we needed to have it done. So...
It was hectic. Although I claim credit for it, I wasn't actually really the organizational branch of that LARP running. I was the cool idea to spitball type of guy.
Oh, somebody else told my mom telling her that I quit. And her response has been, thanks for telling me, so I think she's taking it poorly.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no. Delta's having trouble with the parents.
Parents, why do they have to exist, Daniel?
Well, otherwise we wouldn't exist, you see. Human babies are fragile. Look at Homestuck. This is what happens when you don't have parents. You end up with like a weird crab monster instead.
I'd take a losses. They seem cool.
Not all of them. What if you got the spider one?
Okay, I'd be less okay with that for obvious reasons.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that, but yes.
Ah, I see that the Tigger is being a naughty boy.
Well, hopefully. Hopefully Andrew's not just going, ah, fuck, and shit's going raw.
No, I also heard the jingle jingle of naughty boy. So I think he went out into the kitchen while we were not paying attention to him.
I see. He's going into the forbidden zone, which is, yes, forbidden to you.
He doesn't see why, we don't know why he's so interested in the forbidden closet of mystery.
Yeah, all the zones have names like that in the Galaxy of Terra.
Oh, don't worry though. It's only a peninsula.
Yeah. So the goal of this stream is basically get our asses up to level 43, beat Koga, beat Sabrina, and...
Tell as many times as humanly possible.
Well, no, that's not a goal, per se. But yeah, like, we're gonna hopefully get that shit done. Because honestly, we're only grinding up like a couple of dudes all the way up to like about 30, yeah. These guys need to go up to, need like about 7 levels, this guy needs 4. The rest only need like 2 to get to 40, and then we start fighting Sabrina's lackeys. We're a notch up. Yeah.
Not Psyduck, not good.
It's fine. His special stat hasn't been split, so he's actually got decent special defense. Not great special defense, but better than he will in later gens.
At least he is killing those Venonats.
Oh yeah, no, it's not going to be any letdown on that part. Okay. Now for Lawsuit, who's actually pretty good at this grinding shit because he's got good attack stat. And here's something that he can't use a stab on, but that's fine. Rolling kick. We learned that that is just like a straight up downgrade to double kick, which is weird.
Finding all of the fun parts.
Yeah, these moves not so great, but oh well, there's a Pidgey we can kick. Hopefully we just run into a bunch of Pidgeotto and just kick them all to death.
Yeah. We do love kicking things to death around here.
I know it says it's not very effective, but didn't we gather that like it is actually normally effective? It's just kind of fucked in the way that it says the not very effective to super effectives.
It specifically does not examine that in the first set. Like it physically kind of does not understand it from this one.
Yeah, spaghetti code.
Yeah. It just looks for the first thing that it finds, and if it works, it works.
Oh, there we go. There's our Pidgeotto.
Nice.
I still don't think this thing's going to have wing attack by this late stage, even. Oh, it doesn't matter. We scored a crit on it anyway.
Yeah.
Which means that both hits are going to be a crit, which means that we just auto-kill it. See, like, the reason that Hitmonlee is like in a fucking D grade is fighting types are only good against early game normal types, by which time you get Hitmonlee you'll have been completely fucking done with. Alright, we're now down to half health, so hopefully the levels happen soon. No, within an at. Let us kill it.
Real killing?
Oh, and we missed.
Just what everybody wants.
So I think this is gonna be the last. Wow, really? Let's just do a double kick then. Yeah, there we go. So that's the last fight the Lawsuit's gonna fight on his own for a bit.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to switch in whoever's appropriate.
Whoever can take it like a champ.
Yeah. Baller, you're still only level 39. I don't have to worry about over-leveling you for a little while. Stop superseding the speed tiers here. With your quick attacks.
But he's quick, though.
I mean, it is quick, yes. It's like the only thing that Pidgey has going is it's kind of fast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you get. Anagram, who is, I swear, like, only this high level because we keep having to grind him against Oddish.
Yes. But at least he's getting up there.
Yeah, basically. He's not going to be very useful in the, It's going to be useful against Koga, but not very useful against Sabrina, I feel.
Yep.
Koga has... Fuck, I actually forget what the hell he has. He's got like a Venomoth, he's got a Wheezing. Oh well, I'll look it up when it's time to go fight him, but there's a couple other miscellaneous poison types. I think a Mach is in there, and like one other. I should really know by now, considering he shows up not only in Gen 1, but in Gen 2 as well. But no, I don't remember what the fuck his initial Pokemon is, but whatever, maybe it's a coughing.
I want to say I think it's a Weasel.
No, I already said the Wheezing.
I think he has two.
He has two Wheezing? I don't think he does. I don't think he has two Wheezing.
I'm uncertain though.
I'm almost sure he does. Yeah, no.
Maybe it's a Hitman?
No, I think he sticks to the actual, like, type he's supposed to be using, as opposed to everyone else in his gym.
Like psychics, that's all.
Yeah, psychic types. That's what then some ground types too. That's the poison gym, which is insane because like there's only like 1 or 2 poison gyms in the entire series, and this is like the most poison-filled region ever. But instead they're like, we should just do some ground and psychic type Pokemon instead. It's fucking insane. The paralysis. There we go. Bite him to death, and that one hits most of them.
Yep.
Most of them. Not quite all of them. An Anagram is like, unless I teach him some shit, which I might if we get that far with him, which is to say, I think this is probably my final team. I might replace Anagram with like another poison type if we get one.
Well, we technically have Venom now.
Oh, I meant if we get like a Wheezing or a Mach, because they are better than Anagram. But if not, then he's gonna be on the final team and I can teach him like Dig and stuff.
Yeah.
I hope he's not on the final team, but there's a good chance that he will be.
That's true.
Because there's like quite a few encounters I can get down in that mansion. If you look at like the lower end of the tier list, you can see like physically down. You can see that there's some Pokemon that are just switch out to Anagram. There we go. So there's a lot of Pokemon that are like only available after you have beaten like at least Koga.
Yeah.
Which is why they're so far down, because they kind of suck and there's way too many poison types, and they just don't do a lot after that point. But they'd still probably do more than Anagram. Because Anagram's defenses are trash, and his offenses are also trash. And he doesn't even get a good move pull. So yeah, it's not the greatest. I guess he does get Dig, which would be useful against Agatha's Pokemon, which may actually be a reason to keep him over anything else we get. So it's like, well, what else am I going to use him for? Gets Dig. I'm thinking about that.
It's a good move.
Otherwise, we'd mostly just be using him against Bruno, but Bruno's kind of...
about Bruno.
Well, true. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, kind of a fucking walk.
Yeah. Sorry, could not resist
Oh,
that.
absolutely. I've done that joke already in the stream.
Yep.
Because we've already got, like, greater... Waller would probably take out most of his dudes. Alas, not Psyduck. If we had a real Golduck, we could just fucking let Bruno with that. But we don't, so...
We know.
Because not Psyduck is weak to fighting types, so I'd have to do a bit of switching around. Against those goddamn Onyx.
Yeah.
Technically weak to rock too, but those Onyx have like no attack stats, so it doesn't really matter.
I think, do they get any attack moves at all?
What, Onyx?
Yeah.
I think his ones have like rock throw and shit like that, but... Oh, sorry, rock slide maybe, but not a lot of great stuff. There we go, level 34.
Yeah, no, that does not sound like a... Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, he's a joke of an enemy, that stage in the game. Because fighting types are a joke of a type in this game. They don't get good until, Gen 2. Where you run into, like, 2 more types that can super effect. Also, psychic types aren't quite the dominant presence. But they still are.
Ah, yeah. So much fun.
There's just no downside to using psychic types unless they have another type, in which case you have the downsides of that type and nothing else.
Yep. Ooh, the moon is golden tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's a big moon out.
He is big.
We meet again.
And once again, we are going to surf all over its face.
Yep. Not a whole lot else to say about that.
Yeah.
Let's see, yep. Still plenty more to go. Since Not Psyduck now counts as an actual active party member.
Mm-hmm.
I always find it really weird. Like, I'll admit, I'm not doing exactly the level curve the game is meant to be at. But still, it's like, the fact that the level curve is wild in this game, like, just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Like, you're facing dudes who are, like, throwing out, like, maybe level, like, 30 Pokemon at you, and then the gym leaders have, like, level 43 Pokemon. It's like, what the fuck? That's pretty much what happens when you do non-linear in this kind of game. It goes really badly. Is even worse next generation. Gonna have even more fun times, although admittedly we won't have to grind as much, just purely on the fact that we won't be needing to get up to such high levels. Because, like, I believe, like, Lance's highest level Pokemon was like level 50 in that game?
I can't remember.
I think it's somewhere like level 50. All of his Dragonites are cheaters. But yeah, like, somehow Lance's Pokemon got weaker between this game and the next game.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And that was all in the service of going to the theme park version of Kanto. Afterwards, which was absolutely not worth it, and also that one also has way too low level Pokemon for you, except for Blue, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So it's weird, like, Gen 3 I think has maybe the best level curve out of all the classic Pokemon games.
Because we both know that the Gen 4...
Gen 4's about as bad. It's not as bad, but it's going down the same sort of route as Gen 2, where you get past Gym 2 and then you can fight the next 3 gym leaders in order, like in any order. And then it is really shortly after you beat all 3 of those, you go on to beat number 5. So number 6. And then you go on a bit of a trek, fight the, fight the Ice-type gym leader. Then a long bullshit. Then fight the Electric gym leader. Who, I don't know, did you ever find not a joke?
I can't even remember him.
He doesn't even have... No, it's not Watson, we're talking about Gen 4. It's that weirdo that lives in, like, the fucking city that you can never get access to until the end of the game. Because they're like, shit's power out. Oh, you can't access.
I'm trying to remember him so hard, and it's just not coming.
Yeah, he's like this moody guy. Let me just tackle this Ditto to death. But yeah, no, he's just this moody guy, and not all of his Pokemon are electric type, but nonetheless, like, just spring or ground type, you'll be fine. She'll be right.
Yeah, even if he's got a flying one, electricity does not do much.
He doesn't have a flying type one. He's got, like, I think a Pachirisu, a Luxray, and then, like, a bunch of non-electric types, if I remember correctly.
Oh, those.
Yeah. Well, remember, like, Gen 4 was the generation of, like, well, this is technically my type, but we didn't put enough of those in the decks. So I have to make do with some other ones that just have that type of tag. Had the Fire type Elite Four had the exact same thing. You remember him, Ronald McDonald.
I don't even remember what he had.
He had, I can't remember, but he had, like, a bunch of Pokemon with, like, fire moves. Like, I think he had a Drifblim. That had Flame Blast and shit. Oh, feel free. The Gen 4 leaders are incredibly unmemorable. They're, like, super forgettable. The most forgettable ones I've ever had until I get to, like, Gen 6, I guess. Gen 6 is comparable, but I can still remember a few more. That's generally just because I Nuzlocke Gen 6 a lot more.
I was about to say, I remember Roxanne, and my brain's like, no, that's...
Gen 3?
Yeah.
You're thinking of... fuck, what's his name? Rourke. I was gonna get it, I swear.
No, I wasn't.
Rourke.
Gardenia, Maylene.
Yeah, Maylene.
Crasher Wake, that's the...
Crasher Wake, who should be a lot more memorable than he is, because he's like a big whistle man.
When I see him, I'm like, oh yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, he's the Whistle Man.
Yeah, Fatina is there.
Fantina, yeah.
Byron. He's the Steel guy. Candace and Volkner. No.
Yeah, I only remember like Rourke, Gardenia, and what's his face, the Steel type guy.
I remember Crash Away,
Steel type.
That's it. I don't remember his Pokemon. I don't remember anything about him. I just remember his.
He uses Brine. That's what I remember. I think he's got a Quagsire.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look at his.
He's got like a Brine Quagsire. He has a Floatzel, I believe, as his ace.
Ugh. Okay,
it's fine.
So
Floatzel's just a pretty standard blast cannon. He's only like your possibly third, possibly fourth gym leader.
Who's the last gym leader?
Crash Awake?
No, Volkner.
Oh, Volkner is the last one, yeah.
Yeah, he's got 4 Pokemon.
Yeah, he's got 4 Pokemon. And again, so does Claire, and she was pretty fucking insanely overpowered. That's just because her, like, Kingdra had no weaknesses and was level fucking 40.
Yep.
Level 40.
So let's see, he has Raichu, and its electrics are Charge Beam and Thunder Wave. And
Charge Beam was like his move.
Yeah. Shockwave, Octillery, Charge Beam. Oh, sorry, Charge Beam, Thunder Wave, and Thunder Effect. Let's see, did they up him in... Yeah, they kind of upped him a little in Platinum, where they gave him a Jolteon and an Electivire. But but it took away his amber palm and his artillery. Which,
Yeah, because that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? But we're not going to be playing Platinum if we ever get there.
Yep.
We'll be playing undiluted cave version. Maybe that wasn't their vision, but it is what they shelled out on the stores. So we'll be playing that.
Yep. Let's see, I'm just gonna go back in time now and look at each of them. So Candace had...
I think she also didn't have... She had like a Metacham or something on there.
Yes, Metacham specifically.
Yeah, with Ice Punch. It's like, that doesn't count. There's also actually enough ice types for you to pull out your whole roster.
But her 3 ice types are Snover, Sneasel, and a bonus snow.
And a bonus
so
snow, yeah.
just, you know, one's the same.
I swear there were like other ice types in that gen that she could have used. I know because I've gone around like and looked at, because like, just for reference, I've gone and done some prelims on these ones, and there's gonna be some ice types here, or not.
So
Maybe there's not a bunch of ice types, and I was wrong.
Frostless was introduced then. Glaceon was...
That was introduced, but it wasn't in that gen, no.
Cubchoo?
Cupchoo's Gen 5. That's in the allowable tiers in Gen 5.
I'm pretty sure you could get Swinub.
No, you couldn't.
I've got Delibird.
Nope. Not even Delibird.
Smoochum?
Nope.
Feel?
No. Not even Seal.
Oh. Okay.
I think my protestation that there was enough ice types was wrong. Despite the fact that it's like the coldest place we ever go in Pokemon.
Yeah, let me...
There actually weren't that many ice types. Yeah, look through the Sinnoh and correct me if I am wrong here.
Pokemon by Sinnoh. Okay, ice. I'm just gonna scroll until I hit ice.
Yeah. Control F for ice, maybe?
Might be way more sensible. Snorkeline, Sneasel,
Yeah. You get the Sneasel line.
Glaceon?
Pink. Wait, do you get the Sneasel line?
I'm actually like trying to figure out
Think so?
where it is.
You can't get it to become a Weavile before beating the Elite Four, though. Because Razor Claw is not available, I don't think.
Let me just go to the because I'm pretty sure they have a straight up Pokedex by...
Yeah, you do what you want to do. Use your resources you wish to use.
Okay.
Oh damn, that did not do a lot of damage.
Okay, that's quite helpful. So there's the Snover and Weavile.
Yeah, but like, I was gonna say, Sneasel, where do you find that in that game? Because like, if you find it beyond the Elite Four, then it effectively does not exist.
Yeah. Let's Acuity Lakefront.
Yeah, that's real. That's legit. You can.
Snow Point Temple.
I don't know about Snow Point Temple, but you can go to Acuity Lakefront before the Elite Four. So.
Yeah. Did have Glaceon in here. I'm trying to remember.
No, you don't get EV. I don't think you get it at all. In Platinum, you get given it at some stage, but you don't really get given it.
I don't think you get given it. I think you can trigger it in the Crazy Man.
I don't think you can do that for the Elite Four. I do not believe you can.
Gift from Half-Home City.
That's the one I was talking about. Cynthia gives you one. That's in Platinum only.
So trying to look it up, I'm just sort of switching between sites for the thickety of it. And Diamond Pearl, it's apparently in his Route 217, but it is a swarm Pokemon.
Also, 217 is post-game, I believe.
That's what I'm looking up at the moment.
Oh, wait, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Is
like.
it, though?
What route for where?
Yeah, who remembers? It's a fucking incomprehensible maze in that version. Jesus Christ.
From Half-Home City. After obtaining the National Dex.
So,
Yeah,
after.
post-game.
That's post.
Yeah, both versions, both are post-game. Okay, locations. platinum.
I'm so disappointed in you, Anagram. God damn.
217 is the route in Northern Center connecting 216 and the Acuity Lake.
Okay, so you don't get... That's not post-game. That's not post-game. So Sneasel's available.
Swine up.
Swine Up? Is that in...
Yeah.
Is that in Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah.
That's available in Diamond and Pearl. Hold up. Hold the fucking phone. Let me just fucking look this up. Okay, Route 217, you say?
Yep.
217.
Wait, hang on. Why is it... Oh, Swarm, and no, that one.
Ah, Swarm. Then we click on the Swarm function. Okay, cool. In Gen 4, let's see. Once the player obtains the National Pokédex.
Okay. Sorry, that was it lying to me slightly. It was just saying 217.
Yeah. I'm just going to take this time to look up Koga's team since I'm here. What do you actually have, Koga Man? You do have a coughing, and another coughing, actually. You don't have any Venomoth at all. And a muck and a wheezing, as I expected.
Acuity Lakefront, so theoretically that
yeah, Sneasel you can get, but you can't get the Razor Claw.
No, not Sneasel. You keep thinking I'm saying Sneasel.
What are you saying?
Snorunt.
Snorunt.
Yeah.
Is that also a Swarm Pokemon?
I am checking that now. It does say Acuity Lakefront, which I don't think...
That's not being debated.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, like, I am looking it up, but while it's loading, I'm like, can you get swarms in the Acuity Lakefront?
You can't get them anywhere before the National Dex.
No, but if it's a swarm Pokemon, then it doesn't matter. But if you can't get swarms in a place and it says you can get it there, that means it is not a swarm Pokemon.
I guess. I don't know. The Bulbapedia one seems a lot easier for me to comprehend.
Yeah.
You just look at it and it's like, Swarm, okay, or Platinum only, okay.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, because because the problem was...
Yep.
The one I was looking at for...
Which was the Vikun one?
No, the one I was looking at was the Bulbapedia one at first, and that one was mixing everything together regardless of...
But it has a thing right next to it that says Swarming.
It was saying whether it was going in a national dex number rather than a local dex number. And so it was mixing everything together, whereas the Beacon one very specifically...
But it has a thing right next to it that says Swarming, right? Am I wrong? Am I saying nonsense?
I have to re-look up the thing, but it was being complicated.
Oh, let me just go and actually look there. See the swarm right there?
That's not where I was looking. Scroll up.
What were you looking at?
Okay. Search bar, Sinnoh Pokédex.
Search bar Sinnoh Pokédex.
Yeah. So specifically the Sinnoh Pokédex. Where I was looking through the entire.
So you didn't go to Route 217 entry. Okay. Yeah, you got to do that, or else you can be misled this way.
Yeah, exactly. So the Vikun one very specifically identifies what came in this generation.
Right.
And so I am looking through it. Okay, so Pokeraider, which I think.
Yep, that's gotta be a post game thing.
But I also it doesn't mention Swarm the other spots, so I'm having a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's a no. Because actually, weirdly, almost all of the new evolved forms that got introduced in that gen are not found post game in that game, except for the ones that they have before the big load at the end. Big load of them at the end, and before then they have like Ambipom, Honchkrow, and Mismagius, and those are the ones that you can get.
How did you get Rotom again, and how the fuck?
I don't know, but it's something to do with, you have to go to the
mansion.
The old chateau, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's the old chateau.
But how you trigger that, I don't know.
I'm having a look at the Bulbapedia article now. Because theoretically, the Frost Rotom can be achieved.
Nope, that's Platinum. Their forms are only Platinum.
Well, fuck. Yeah, so yeah. The answer is no, she could not have filled out 9.
She could not have filled out the roster, I was wrong.
Yeah. Seriously, what the heck is with those Rotoms?
They're meant to be poltergeists. That's the thing. and they possess appliances.
Thought the Rotom Pokedex is creepy.
Yeah, I hate the Rotom Pokedex. We all hate the Rotom Pokedex over here.
Yeah.
Fuck the Rotom Pokedex. All my friends hate the Rotom Pokedex.
Yeah. Cool. So it is apparently just it has to be night. That's it.
For what?
The old Rotom, or at least at the.
Oh, it only has to be night, and then you just go to like the right spot? Huh. Interesting.
Oh no! There it goes. That's saying after the national deck.
After the national deck, so Rotom doesn't exist. Honestly, we can probably just take down once.
Like, that's just weird how you put that there.
When fighting Rotom, use water. Only as a last resort, as it makes it much worse.
I mean,
Who writes sentences like that? Oh.
Oh man. Okay, I got very off track. What I was originally doing was looking at all the gym leaders' Pokemon.
Yeah, you were, but then you realized I'd said a wrong thing.
Yeah. What's your point?
Well, we found out that I'd said a wrong thing.
Oh yeah. I
We
mean,
have proven that I was wrong. It took a lot of doing, but we did it.
it's true. I do get that almost, thingy pleasure from proving people wrong. It's.
Yeah, but then I had to like yell at you about how you were wrong in the doing. It's kind of a wash.
Okay, so in the Diamond and Pearl version, Fire has actually all steel type.
Yeah, he does have all
And
steel
Bronzor,
types.
Bastiodon. Bastiodon?
Bastiodon, like Bastion?
Yeah, but I'm not good at saying that word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know, I'm weird. Well, we already knew that, otherwise we wouldn't be here to begin with.
Is this gonna take him out? It's not going to take him out.
Okay.
Let's just switch to somebody better then.
There. Tina. Ventina.
I think she does also have all ghost types.
Yep. Purple. Ginga. Magius.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if Crash Awake does not have all water types.
Yeah, he's got all. There's not a Dex around that has not got enough water types to fill out a gym. Like, not even Gen 5. Gen 5 was fairly light on them. Like, basically, by the way, again, sneak preview for, like, the Gen 5 one. Basically, all the water types are in the trash tiers because, like, you can't get them until way late in the game, and then they're, like, level 15 when you catch them, so it's like...
Because they didn't fix the rod typing.
They didn't actually even have rods. They only have surfing. And the surfing counters are all, like, level 15 for some reason. So it's like, oh, I gotta grind this guy up to like level 40 or something, and it's like, well, basically none of them are worth that, so...
Yeah. But his Gyarados, Quagsire, and Blitzle?
Yeah, Gyarados, that was the one I was forgetting.
Oh, and that's right. Quagsire, for some reason, has no fruit and water moves.
Doesn't it have Brine? Oh, it's got nothing.
Complete lack of water moves.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. I looked at that and was like, hang on a minute, hang on.
Ah, you Pidgeys and your Whirlwinds, you're breaking my balls.
No, sadly they're not. That would be better. Get more experience out of it.
It's not true at all.
That's not true at all! Let's see, so Generation 4, let's see that moveset. Put that learn Brine in this.
I'm sure they can learn Brine. Every water type learns Brine, right? Despite the fact that a lot of them are freshwater and shouldn't be able to learn Brine.
I'm actually not convinced that they can. Hold on.
Hey, can Quagsire just straight up not learn it? Okay.
I'm doing my backtrack now. I'm gonna be like, okay, let's go and have.
I mean, your best bet is to look up the tier and then just look at all the move
I'm trying to do, and
go down the list, see if you get up to Quagsire.
Damn it. Nope.
That's fucking weird. I mean, it makes sense. Quagsire is not a saltwater Pokemon.
There's so many other Pokemon.
Yeah, like you could probably learn, probably give Seeking.
Tentacle.
Yeah.
But But no, went for the Quagsire. Not that I don't.
Presumably that's to stop you from just blitzing with an electric type. Although I would ask, what electric type? I guess Shinx.
Let's see.
Because there's also very few electric types in that gen.
Yeah.
There's like 3.
Yeah.
There's like Shinx, there's Raichu, there's Paracharisu, and I believe that's the whole thing.
There's not even the legendary one that totally looks like it's an electric type.
Oh, I'm discounting Legend Emolga.
No, that's
Gen 5. I even mentioned the Pikachu, like...
Yeah, I know, but my brain
gen.
instantly put it in there. Gastrodon? But that was it?
Yeah, Gastrodon was absolutely that gen. That was its debut gen.
Yeah.
Could have had a Gastrodon, it would have made more sense.
Yeah. And after that, I'm getting into stuff that can't learn it, so... Yeah, no, that is...
Yeah.
Yep.
But also, like,
That.
fucking Floatzel's a freshwater Pokemon, I can learn Brine.
My point more was that, you know, why have a Pokemon that couldn't learn it when you use your signature move when there was
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Some of these decisions.
Yeah. Like, seriously, they just need somebody on the team who can be like...
But that would involve, like, a lot more playtesting and not getting it out in time for the Pokemon Company's tapping of its feet at you.
Yeah. Okay. Maylene also had a full roster of her
She did. She has a fucking Lucario, which is fucking hard to beat. Like, I remember that. It has Bone Rush and it has Drain Punch.
Yep.
So you can't wear it down. You
Yeah.
have to fucking obliterate it, or else it'll obliterate you.
Yep, because you can't get a ghost before her.
What is it with mandatory battles with Lucarios early game?
Like the whole, you must like Pichu this amount to continue.
Well, I mean, more just like, you get that in Gen 6 as well, where like, the fighting type gym leader randomly faces you in another town, and is like, here, I'm fighting you with 2 Lucario, they both know Sword Stance, good luck!
Oh, jeez.
Your Pokemon are only in like the late 20s at this stage.
Of course, having a look at the grass type gym, which is like, fine, what? Which
What?
is, Cherubi, Turtwig, Roserade.
Does she have a Roserade? Yeah, she does.
Roserade, and it's like,
It's not that bad though.
first
because it's-
stage, fully evolved.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's right there. That's the thing.
That said, it's still not that bad because grass has just so many weaknesses that you can normally what you do is you'll fucking Staravia the entire gym away.
It's true.
But there are a lot of other options, a lot of other good options for taking out that gym. Even if you didn't choose the fire type.
I like the Craniodose in the rock gym.
Yeah, I don't because he knows Pursuit.
Yeah, that's true. But that stage, why are you not just like putting all the grass in front of it?
Because you only have like access to 1 grass type. At that point.
True.
It's the first gym.
It's true.
It's the first gym, Philip.
But yeah. No, they didn't learn that lesson.
But yeah, no, having like that's taken out a lot of people's starters in a lot of Nuzlocke, so they're like, it has Pursuit. I did not know it had Pursuit. And I was like, I can see you're trying to get away now. Let me help with that.
May I interest you in some death?
But yeah, like, I don't mind enemy trainers having Pursuit. It's just like that early on, holy shit. You're punishing to a new trainer.
Seriously.
And catches people unawares if they're not familiar with cave version.
God, yes.
Like, time to pull out my poke. Oh shit, oh fuck. And it's only 1 time weak to grass and water, which means chances are you will probably have to withdraw whatever was fighting up until that point. Unless you want to use items.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what I was gonna look up. I was gonna look up and see, because I know we had that whole like discussion about where it comes in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh yeah, apparently like if you're in Moon, fuck off.
So, for example, Rattata, which, you know...
Yeah, Alolan Rattata, Dark type, gets stabbed, here's your Pursuit.
Level 13. Spearow, level 8. Eradicate, level 13.
I don't think early game Pokemon should be learning Pursuit that early. Like, they can learn it, but leave it till later, please.
Mankey, level 12.
Yeah, fucking Mankey gets Pursuit. I don't even know why it gets Pursuit, but okay.
Because it'll run after you, trying to murder you. Dojo, level 15. Sliker, level 9. Tauros, 15. Okay, Yanma is at least a little more reasonable, level 30.
I don't know, why does a Yanma get pursued? You ever been pursued by a dragonfly? I guess they pursue their prey,
But sometimes just won't stop following your arm. And that is always weird when they do that. Then Murkrow, level 5.
Yeah, Murkrow, that makes sense.
Dunsparce at level 8.
Dunsparce, well, Dunsparce is kind of a snake.
Yep. Trico, level 17.
Trico is like a fucking raptor. Like, that makes sense. And also, because it's a starter, you're not going to run into that much.
Yeah. Wingull, level 26. That at least is a higher level.
Yeah, but it'll have already evolved by then, and don't think the Pelipper gets it.
Yep.
So you won't really run into too many. Also, level 26 is late enough. By then, you should know about Pursuit. Like, don't get me wrong.
Fine, yeah.
I'm not saying don't have it in the game. I'm just like, maybe not before level 20.
Zangoose, level 12.
Yeah, but also Zangoose isn't exactly an early game Pokemon. You're not going to run into it very much.
I'm actually kind of curious to see which one of these come up in early game. Scarpy, level 16. Krogunk, level 15.
Scorpion and Krogunk are also not early game Pokemon, so whatever.
Purloin.
Purloin's also not an early game Pokemon. You can't get that until after beating 5 gyms. Wait, no. I'm thinking of Glameow. Purloin is early game. What was the level you said?
15.
15?
Starting to get there.
Starting to get there.
Venipede.
Venipede's not really early game. It's you gotta beat 2 gym leaders first to get there.
Zora.
Hell no. You can't even get Zoro in most games. Emolga's also not. You have to get past, like, I think 4 gym leaders to get to Emolga. Yep. By which point, it's absolutely not worth it.
Ponage, I don't think you come until much later.
Not really, actually, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
So it's not going to come up much.
But yeah, you see my point. Like, along with Rattata, Spearow, the 2 most common things on that island, both before level 15.
Yeah.
And I think you also get both Mankeys and Dojos on that island as well, and possibly also Cyclops.
That game's got all kinds of fucked up difficulties.
Yeah.
The difficulty curve is insane.
And that's Moon Game.
Like,
if you chose Moon, you are dead.
Because, like, it's not, it's like, you have the XP share on, it's too easy. But then if you turn it off up to a certain point, it's like, you should not have turned it off. Now it's way too hard.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, did anyone playtest this game? Probably not.
Obviously not. They probably played
They playtested it for bugs, but they didn't playtest it for actual, like, user experience.
Yeah. And nowhere is that more clear to me than in the photographing game.
Yeah.
Like, what is your prize for doing the best at the photographing game?
Actually being able to play it well.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get into it unless I can play it well, so.
And I ground it up just because I was like, come on, it's got such a ridiculously high cap, there must be a good reward for this. Nope!
You know that's not how Pokemon works. Sometimes, but not always. You know how much difficulty I got through getting a Dunsparce back when I was a little kid playing Gen 2?
And I'm thinking, how else do you get Porygon? You've got to grind this.
You gotta grind up that. Well, actually, most people eventually learn just like, don't play the games, just get money.
Yep.
Just get money and buy.
Yep.
Which I guess is a good anti-gambling technique.
But also you could only buy it in those tiny little snippets.
Yeah, you can only buy it in those tiny little snippets. It's very user-unfriendly. Because they didn't want you to be just buying it, they wanted you to gamble for it. But the gambling system worked like a regular gambling system, which is to say, you're more likely to lose than win. Yep. So it was a fool's game.
And even their slightly less broken one, he was still pretty broken.
Yeah. You're talking about Volta Flip, I never even tried that shit.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
By then, I completely had gone off of, like, of the game corners, so I was like,
yeah,
fuck that shit, I ain't doing this.
I'd like to at least engage in it once to see what it was doing, and then be like, well...
Yeah.
And then I was like, yep, I engaged in this. I did not have fun with this.
Forget what they did for the game corner in, like, Let's Go.
Ooh, I'm pretty sure they closed it.
No, that's Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby.
Okay, let's...
They closed it down because there was no plot point reason to go there, so they just didn't have it. But you can't do that with Gen 1 as easily because you have plot reasons to go into the game corner. You have to go there to progress the game.
Game on it.
Yep.
See, this generation... Oh, no, that's Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
That's 4 is Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like Gen 7 or something.
Not sure.
What do you mean?
Find, like, a reference to it and let's go.
You should look up the location, sell it on Game Corner, and then look at...
That's what I'm on, and I'm...
Yeah, so you're not finding a reference to Let's Go in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I found it down in the trivia section. While the player cannot play the slot minigame in Let's Go, due to all the Pokemon games being frequented by children, the leftmost row of cabinets makes reference to the slot machine gaming, referring to it as a game in which you match 3 pitches, and that staring at it makes the player dizzy.
So can you not get Pokemon from the Game Corner?
No.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. But then where do you get Porygon? I guess they'd have to put it in a better way to get Porygon. I'm not gonna complain about that.
One of the so more trivia from the Celadon games is
Finally have an anagram got paralyzed.
that we have 2 errors in relation to it. The game has data for 12 hidden coins, but only 11 are obtainable because the 12th position puts it outside bounds.
God.
One of the hidden coin stacks actually defined to have 40 coins, but when the game checks for this, it jumps to the same logic that handles the 20 coin stacks, leaving the section that handles the 40 coin stacks to go unused.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of Goldenrod and Celadon game corners were changed in the non-Japanese releases of Gold Soul Silver. All versions have every map of the game corners. In the Japanese versions, the maps related to both the Mr. Game are unused and have no events in the warp program, while the Korean and Western versions have the original maps with their warps intact. Plus, the event to interact with Clerk is still present, and the interface used to buy coins is functional and was translated. The Captivate TM also remains unused in the game corner in the Korean and Western versions, and the slot machines and the leftover maps trigger Voltol Flip in these versions.
And that's for Gen 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so weird.
It is. I like how when they re-released, like, completely verbatim spaghetti code and all onto, like, the iPhone or whatever, they released Red and Blue version. I think it was for free. And they had to make it, like, it was, like, some obscene, like, PG-13 or like, 15
gambling.
mature, it was like a mature rating or something, because of the gambling. Which is pretty absurd when you're like, oh, it's Pokemon. Oh, it's mature because of gambling.
Yep.
He's still going to use Anagram. He is not likely to level up against those psychic types.
Man, just looking at it and being like, wow.
Yeah. And it's taken us a while. We've like gone about an hour. We're up like 2 levels on 2 Pokemon.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get these gems by the end of the stream.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that said, it's like it's another public holiday tomorrow. We can go over time if we really need to.
Yep.
It's not so bad.
It's one of the reasons for just sticking with you and telling you Pokemon trivia.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. There's not much else going on, so we can have these long diversions.
Yep.
It's absolutely fine by me to just go on and on about how Gen 4 gyms suck or whatever. I'm always happy to shit on cave version.
Oh Oh man. Some people just don't even get why we're like, but Gen 4 was so cool when you could do all this stuff.
So many people, like, that was their first gen, and you're like, well,
poor baby.
I can tell.
Yep.
I can fucking tell. Try and get people who came in afterwards to go back and play those. Not Platinum, but the actual 4th gen that they released in stores originally.
Yeah.
People are like, but Platinum fixes it. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Platinum is another game that they released for full price.
Yep.
Effectively a punishment to you idiots who played the games and bought them early. No, they say, you fool, you should have waited for us to put out the better version.
So,
Which they, well, not anymore. But back then they always did. That was the last one, actually.
I'm trying to remember, like, the different routes are, because...
Yeah, because it was a fucking bullshit. You go, like, go up there, then there, then there, and then go around this way. Go into Mount Corona. No, not that way. Gotta go around the other way, because both these sides do not overlap. And it's like, oh my god. And then you gotta wander around, navigate Mount Coronet so many times. The reason I call it cave version, not only is there like 3 caves before you get to the first gem, but also you have to go around Mount Coronet so fucking much, and it's so difficult to navigate. It's fucking
like,
terrible.
finding the right path to go into to advance the plot.
Yeah, it took me ages to be like, oh, that's actually a door in the middle of this blizzard.
Yep.
I meant to go down into that door. Oh my god, that was bad map making. Oh, the fog section. Well, there's so much shit in Gen 4 that just slows you down. There's the mud, there's the fog, and it's already like the slowest games. Like, you've seen that gif of the Chansey getting close combated, right? It's like, Blissey gets close combated, and the guy's like basically waiting an entire minute for its fucking like health to go down. Okay, non-exaggeration, it's about half a minute. Finally, level 36. Before the hour's out. That means we can switch you. Oh my god, yeah, yep. Greater, I think, is gonna be like our highest hit point Pokemon forever.
Yep.
That is sad.
Hey.
Time to fight with lawsuits.
Young Goose is in that game.
In which game?
In Brain, in Sun and Moon.
It debuted in Sun and Moon.
Yep. It's level for Pursuit is level 7.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least it's not available in Moon, I don't think it is. Could you get, like, a level in Register instead?
During the day, yes.
Okay.
But during the night, you can get a level in Register instead, which, as previously stated...
So, I guess Gen 7 has, like, weird pursuit shit.
Yeah.
But that's fine, you'll never be able to, like, run away anyhow.
Oh, also Crab Roller as well.
Why Crab Roller? Why do you have pursuit? You're a fucking crab.
A crab that you can't even evolve for most of the game.
I'm gonna see what kind of damage the double kick does. Not quite good enough damage is the answer. We still need to take down. And you're poisoned. Yeah. It's reconnaissance. We've learnt for the future. Now we must heal.
So many things that can just pursue you. So many things.
Then they took it out. Maybe these two things are connected. Maybe that's why they took it out of Gen 8. Rather than just use it responsibly, they were like, people are talking about how they fucking hate all these pursuits. Let's take it out of the game.
I kind of hate that, like, their attitude with, or rather, let's just talk about the Dexa side.
People generally call it the Dexit.
The Dexit, thank you.
Because
You
it
know,
is...
it's a really funny term.
It's based off of UK,
Brexit,
you see.
Yep. The British exit.
It's a Pokemon region based off the UK. What better to say?
Yep. No, absolutely correct. I'd forgotten, like, I knew there was a term for it, but I don't know why. I just thought it was, like, something to do with, like, genocide instead.
No, it's more like holding your Pokemon hostage in the hopes that another gen will be allowing you to use it.
Yeah, like, they're in for those who don't know, in Generation 8, aka Sun and Moon,
They decided...
Sword
Sword and Shield. They decided to stop programming in all the Pokemons.
Yep, except when called on this, they said, oh, it's just so much hassle we have to remake all the models.
All the models, even though they are future-proof, and they haven't changed the models in 3 gens.
And, like, when people went and looked at the actual, like, modeling and rigging and movement of the Pokemon that were in the game, they were identical to the ones that had been in
From
previous
X and Y.
games. Yeah.
2 generations back.
Yeah. So, either they were lying.
They were lying.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't really gonna be a second thing there. But so,
They lied.
yeah, they were like, oh, but we don't want to. And it's like, well, you could have said that. Like,
People would have stood behind you a lot more if you'd have just said that.
it's like me and the Cadbury thing. That I am absolutely fine with companies saying, hey, we can't do a thing, versus, oh no, why would you ever want that? No, you don't want what you want. You want what we tell you to want.
Also, the fact is that, like, the Dixit thing, they were like, no, it's not for commercial reasons, and then they released 2 DLCs,
Both paid.
that
Yep.
have some of the Pokemon that they left out.
The ones they totally could not add.
Yeah. So it's just to take what already existed and kind of parcel it out.
Yeah. And how much were those DLCs?
So if you bought both the DLCs, they'd be the same price as the full game.
So another
And-
game's worth of...
You couldn't get all the Pokemon without trade, because you could get the expansion, say, the Shield Crown Tundra expansion, but that's not the Sword Crown Tundra expansion. That's gonna cost you extra, and it doesn't have... The Shield Crown Tundra expansion doesn't have all the Crown Tundra Pokemon. You'll have to get the Sword one as well if you didn't want to trade.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah,
Like, that just goes into new...
that's what they decided.
Yeah. So, because, yeah, a good example of what I mean when, say, being honest about your stuff is we've got 2 primary chocolate companies in New Zealand. You may have heard this one before, Daniel certainly has.
I have, but I don't know if we've done this on stream.
Yeah. Whitaker's is our sort of go-to, and the one...
Yeah, Whitaker's the good one.
Yeah, Whitaker's is the good one. The other
And then
one
there's
is
Cadbury.
We used to have a factory down in the Southern Islands that produced Cadbury items, had done for some years. They basically walked into work one day, got sat down in an office and said, oh, we're firing all of you.
BT Dubs, you're laid off.
Also, if the media wants to talk to you, don't talk to the media.
Not sure what kind of incentives they gave them to not talk to the media.
Oh, just don't talk to the media. That was
Just don't talk to
They were
them.
handed a card that says, if the media wants to talk to you, give them this card.
Like, well, you already laid them off. You don't really have their loyalty.
Yeah. But anyway, so a really good example of the ethos differences between these 2 companies is when Whitaker's wanted to, like, remove an item from their lineup. They came out in public and said, hey guys, we want to remove this item from our lineup. The reasons are this, and this. Specifically for those who remember it, it was the macadamia block. And they were
Oh
like,
yeah, because they're like, it's just not cost effective. We could gouge up the price a little, but we probably wouldn't
really
want to go
lower the
for...
number of macadamias. And
Yeah, or we could make them shittier.
Yeah, and so they were like, that is not a good compromise.
And we don't want to do either of those, so we're just not going to do them anymore.
Yeah, and that was like, that sucks because the macadamia block was amazing, but at the same time, well, it was...
Not to me, but obviously you liked it a lot.
Me and nuts, we go.
They still have lots of good nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
They got cashew, they got almond, they got hazelnut.
Regardless, so even though it was not great for the consumers because we lost out on a product,
Not
they
the
were
best.
like, this is why, this is how, this is the open...
Yeah, this was the
technology.
reason why.
Yeah.
It was this or shocked you somehow. We decided to just not do that.
Yeah. And so, yeah, like, sucks, but... Disney, sorry, I
Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Not Disney yet.
Cadbury, without telling anybody, changed their primary chocolate recipe.
Yeah.
And everybody noticed the
Everyone was like, what is this shit?
And they're like, nothing's changed. And then people
What are you
looked
talking
up the
about? Nothing's
reference.
changed?
Yeah, looked at the reference and them like, hey, it uses palm oil instead of coconut oil now, what the fuck? And they're like, it's because palm oil's way better for you. And they're like, okay, here's about 15 dozen studies showing how palm oil is terrible for you. Can we change it back to the coconut oil, please?
Also, if that was really the case, why did you lie?
Yeah. Oh, no, palm oil is way better for the environment, so we're not going to change it back. And here's all these studies showing how harmful palm oil is to the environment and how the way you're farming it is, like, really damaging the economies in which... Yeah. Oh, but you like the taste better, so it may be terrible there, but you like the flavour better. And then people
don't.
No, the reason we're complaining is because we hate this, we want you to change it back. And then eventually, like, either, like, there was some kind of comment where they changed it back for a while, where it was, oh, we've changed it back because some people complained.
Some people.
Yeah, so in no point in that did they ever admit the truth that they wanted to make something dirt cheap and just make people eat.
Typical corporate behaviour.
Exactly. Whereas the actual reason is, we want to make more money, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They did it without
and just gaslight the customers. Don't worry about it.
Tried to go and lie outright on the, like, you like it better, when people are actively being like, no, really no, fuck off.
Yeah.
And so Cadbury versus Whittaker's. Whittaker's was like, hey,
liking all these Ditto. Lawsuit can take down Ditto.
Yep.
Any day of the week. Please feed me more Ditto.
Grind them into the candy.
Saving the candy for the real grind.
No, you know,
I know what you're talking about.
Cool. So that's my example of why Whittaker's is way better than Cadbury. They don't lie to you.
Also, the food tastes better.
Yeah, like, just outright,
way better.
Tastes way better. But also, they don't lie to you. Like, when they say, hey, we can't produce this because, you know, because there's a shortage of something, what they mean is, we can't produce this because there's a shortage of something. Whereas if Cadbury says it, what they mean is, we didn't want to, and you guys
didn't feel like it
enough.
Yeah. But no, bringing it back to Pokemon, yes, they absolutely lied about it.
And didn't want to tell us stuff.
They didn't want to tell people stuff. It was all just a matter of, like, they're not getting enough budget to get more people onto these projects that make them lots of money.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that, like, really Game Freak is, like, under the paw of Pokemon Company, which handles all the merchandising, and they're like, we really only need you to release a few more new Pokemon every once in a while to keep the franchise going. Other than that, we don't give a fuck about you guys. We're not making nearly as much money as we are off you as we are off, like, Niantic, as we are off of, like, merchandise sales.
Yep.
Quality of the game doesn't matter. As long as people are still talking about Pokemon, that's fine. So here's the release schedule. You'll keep to it.
Which is terrible because, like,
every single bad Pokemon game has been because not enough time, not enough resources. Including K-Version, including Gen 2.
Yeah.
And the last
getting worse.
2. Probably next one as well.
Yep. And the only reason I think I'm enjoying Arceus is because it's not them. It's like...
Yeah, somebody else did this.
Yeah.
Probably had a much more fluid timeline to actually put out something they gave a fuck about. Now, I don't like Arceus for many reasons. Admittedly, I haven't played it.
Basically, it is the way that it is me, that game. It is so not you.
Yeah, to me, it's like, it's Pokemon, but less.
For me, it's like, hey, you know that addiction you get from doing things 100%? Hi!
Ugh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's what I'm up to.
Yeah, Philippa's doing that. I am not supporting the Pokemon Company currently.
I didn't buy the Snap game. The Snap game was badly done.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's right, you kept talking about that. I never played Pokemon Snap 1, but I always saw it as one of those spin-offs where it's like, well, this isn't like just a lame spin-off. It's like, okay, if you want the experience of going around and interacting with Pokemon and photographing them,
different way.
Here you go.
Yeah.
There you are. It makes sense.
Kind of the point of them was seeing their natural environment.
I always kind of just saw it as this thing off to the side where I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with you existing. If you like it, you do you. But apparently the new Pokemon Snap was bad?
Well, it's more that it's kind of, in a weird way, it's both pandering and really shallow.
Wow, that sounds very similar to most Pokemon games nowadays.
Yeah, and I'm like impressed at how both it is.
Yeah.
Like, it basically says, oh, we'll put a big flashing sign of something obvious is happening over here. So you'll know exactly where to look and when to look, so you'll get the funniest little things.
More curated is what you're saying. It's more curated and less organic.
Yeah. Also, like, even I do like the idea that the maps you can like trigger different ways to go down the maps. That's really like that I like. The glowing Pokemon thing, it's like, why? Like, and it's a whole level where you have to trigger the glowing Pokemon, and it's like the Mew one was neat and unique as being a final stage that everything was working to. Having it every 3 levels because you think it looks cool. Yeah, like, cool, bro. Neat story, bro.
Yeah, it seems like the sort of thing where it's like, you don't really need a gimmick. You come back after some 15 odd years. People have been clamoring for Pokemon Snap 2 for like pretty much 15 odd years.
Yeah.
You don't need a new gimmick. You just need to make another good version of the game. Something I don't think Nintendo quite gets. They'll often be like, well, we don't want to reintroduce like a new one of these until we have a really cool new thing to do with it. And people are like, I don't want a new thing. Just make it like this, but with some new stuff. Pokemon is a good example. It's like, you don't really need to shake things up that much to make it good for the fans of Pokemon. Anyone who says, oh, it needs shaking up, probably not that much of a fan of Pokemon. Like, maybe you were, but you're not now, and that's fine. Tastes change, but
Yeah.
I would have been happy with them continuing to sort of release stuff on around the realms of like Gen 3, where it's like same basic ideas. They don't need to even really shake up the battle system. Like they did that consistently, consecutively for a long time, but then it kind of got to where it needs to be by Gen 4, Gen 5. Sorry, Gen 6 actually, because Fairy types is a good addition.
Like I say, the biggest things that got fixed were making the like physical special split, and like adding like more type balance.
But like I was saying, like you don't need to shake things up all the time. Just new region, new Pokemon. Give me another 100 to 150 new Pokemon. That's good region. Cool.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not like you can just slap it together and call it a day, but like really, I didn't need anything more than that. But their attempts to like kind of pull people back in or get new customers, but dumb it down for the kids, but pull back in people who have left. And it's like those two motions are like, well, I hate both of those.
Yeah.
So the people who were in it the whole way are like, oh, it's starting to get to this isn't for me anymore, fuck this.
And the sort of the training wheels they put on but don't let you take off.
They just don't let you, because like I fucking defended that XP share when it showed up, because I first of all was like, wow, that sucks, but I was like, oh, you can just turn it off. Cool, it's basically a difficulty slider.
Yeah.
That makes sense, that's fine. But then Gen 7 had this thing, like I said, it's like, well, you have to turn it on at certain points to get a challenge, but then turn it off at certain other points with no real indicator to not get it to be no challenge. So it's like, your Pokemon will either be drastically overleveled or underleveled depending on whether you flick that switch. And trying to keep it to a decent amount is like an obscene task. And then afterwards they're like, no, we're just not letting you turn it off. Hey, Pink Panther's got some Pink Panther emotes!
Oh yeah!
I'm getting rated, fuck yeah!
With a party of 7!
Hey everyone!
Oh, yeah, pleased to meet you.
We're doing a Trashlocke.
You missed my complete roundabout chocolate companies.
And about Pokemon.
Yep.
Kind of came in the middle of a Pokemon rant. How's it going? We're doing a Trashlocke. You can see the rules.
Finally.
You can see the rules. I put them up there now.
I think they tried to draw Pink Panther with an emoji spike.
Maybe. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pull that off, I'm totally on board with it.
Go for it, dude.
You can kind of see the
Where'd you guys come from? What were you been doing? Let us know.
Once you're done making
Once you're done pampering.
So, for example, like, changes to the physical system I really liked was adding the select function. That was really useful.
Oh yeah, like going back to this and being like, oh, the select function wasn't actually there in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, having a...
Hey, Pokeballs.
Yeah.
What are those?
Having...
Ultra Balls?
They don't look like it. I think they're just regular Pokeballs with pink
But
shade.
they're pink.
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to have been a... Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to have been a pink Pokeball around there somewhere, right?
There's regular Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Nice.
These old school ones.
Yeah.
Taking on my head, though. It's too fucking hot now. Now that I got the slippers on. But yeah, we're just grinding up to beat Koga and Sabrina right now with the team. How about I show people the team since they're new?
Yep.
So here's our team. Oh, not you. Gotta do that. So we got Not Psyduck, the Cloister. He's new to the team. We got Lawsuit, our Hitmonlee. He's not expected to do much.
I think they like their pink emojis is what they do.
Yeah, they look like they're pink. We got Grader here, the Butterfree. It's been with us probably the longest out of any of them right now.
It brings the cheese.
It brings the cheese. We got Baller, who was like, ah, fuck. Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Oh well, might as well heal while you're there.
Oh, yes. You guys are cool, you guys are cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like I was saying, here's Baller. He has like a ton of HM moves and stuff.
Specifically not catching them all.
Gotta go catch them all. We're doing a Nuzlocke here, so we're not gonna be catching them all. We're only gonna be catching the trash. And we're gonna beat up the champion with them.
Just to emasculate him further.
And we got Anagram, our Arbok here. And we also have Nuggy, who's probably like gonna do the most out of everyone.
Yeah.
But as Wayfair Finn.
We got
Ball, he's teleporting. Damn straight. He does be teleporting.
He'd be like that. Be a good boy.
Ugh, taking off the switch right now.
Jeez, this is just becoming a non-PG scream.
Ugh. Ugh. There we go.
But yes.
Pipe.
Yeah, so
that hype train going.
Hype train is good.
There's like some ghost magic out there.
I'm actually trying to figure out why Basculin has two different colors.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Why, what has two different colors?
The Basculin Legion.
Basculin has two different colors because they like made all of the Pokemon. Game Freak does things really ass backwards where they make the Pokemon and then they're like, cool, now we're gonna put them into the game, rather than making the game being like, what Pokemon do we need? Yeah. So they made them and then they're like, oh, we kind of don't have much variation for like the water types. Rather than putting in a new one, because again, they arbitrarily decide how many they want before they make them, they just decided to make the red and blue stripe variations.
I was meaning in the Arceus game that I'm playing, you get a white and a pink one, and it's really
white
weird.
And pink.
White and pink, and I don't know what's the difference between them. And I'm trying to think if it's male or female or something else, but yeah. It's not obvious yet.
But yeah, we're mostly just like grinding before you guys got here and shit-talking current Pokemon, because what's better to do during a grind session? We're getting these guys up to like level 40, then we're going to go to Sabrina's gym and take out all the flunkies. Then we're going to go beat Koga, then we're going to go beat Sabrina, if everyone's like at the level cap by then. I mean, to be honest, a new evolution would be neat now for balance.
Like, tell them the story of what I'm making you straight over?
What?
Okay, so somebody linked to me this idea, and I am totally for it. Where somebody suggested an entire game where the Pokedex is EVs, and specifically you basically have to get all the different type combinations, and that there's different criteria for creating each of the type combinations. And I'm like, this is so the game for me, and you can see his reaction.
I think there's enough Fennec Fox Pokemon in the world already, personally.
Yeah.
When can we get another multi-evolution Pokemon? It's been a while.
Yeah. Technically,
I guess there's like Applin
there's
was the latest one, but
teapot one, Sinistea.
that's just different forms, and they don't really have much difference. I'm talking like a full-on Eevee, like pick your Pokemon style one. Yeah, that's the Gen 4. I mean, like, we haven't seen much of that since then.
Yeah, I know. It's
Which I blame the lack of new Pokemon on.
Vermilion, kinda.
Yeah, but again, that's Gen 4. The only one I can think of right now is like the what is it, Applin? The little apple worm.
Yeah, the heart or the sweet apple.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool, but I mean like Eevee style, like more than 2 choices, just get us a bunch of range options.
No,
That'd be pretty sweet.
Like, I really liked Eevee.
People like those.
Yeah, it was really interesting to have something that, like, you can change. I mean, even then, the Burmy line kind of had it and the Wormadam thing where you can change its typing, kind of.
Yeah. It's a shame they all, like, have terrible stats, but...
And then once it's a Wormadam, you can't change it again. It's like, what the fuck?
Alright. 37.
Woo!
We're getting there. We're fucking getting there.
You're finally training greater again, or about to.
Nah, after lawsuit, it's gotta wait its turn.
Kill.
By the way, I'm only saving in case, like, the game fucks up and glitches or some shit.
Because we're totally using a legit method to play this game.
We're using a legit, totally legit, my Game Boy Color here.
Yeah.
With my still functioning Pokemon Red copy. That's what we're using.
It is kind of amazing that, because, I mean, I've gone on this ride before as well. Copyright law. The original copyright law protected the original copyright law protected your property for
it was like 40 years?
No, 3 years.
3 years only?
3 years.
Wow.
And they were like, that's not really...
That's not quite enough, really.
So 5 years. And then they were like, that's still not enough. Well, let's put it up to life of the author. Like, once...
Because the way I heard it was 40 years, and then it was life of the author, and then it was like life of the author plus 20 years.
Yeah.
And then, like, Disney kept campaigning to make the limit go up so that they didn't lose Mickey Mouse. Because then they wouldn't have...
Steamboat Mickey.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't have Steamboat Mickey, so they wouldn't have Mickey Mouse, so they wouldn't have exclusive rights to sell Mickey Mouse toys and other merchandise.
Yeah.
Make some shit tons of money.
Finally losing out on that battle, but now they've made him into
I'll believe that when I see it.
They've specifically now made him a trademark, which protects him forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Why doesn't everyone do that then?
I believe it's litigiously more difficult and expensive, and basically means that if somebody even looks at you funny with your trademark, you must, but otherwise you lose right to trademark.
It's not like Disney doesn't do that already.
Yeah, those kids, they were totally gonna...
That kindergarten.
Yeah.
Making money off our IP.
Yep.
We gotta stop him. Justice.
Yep. So yeah, they had perfect practice for it. God damn it, sorry, now I'm thinking of Star Wars, because of course I'm thinking of Star Wars.
I hate Star Wars.
Yes, I do. That's why I'm, like, unhappy that I'm thinking of Star Wars. Let's change back to the slightly less aggressive.
Back to slagging on Pokemon?
Yeah. So, as I say, select method of being able to, like, select items, perfect.
Yeah, that's really good.
Split up into sections.
Oh yeah, such a fucking time saver. Holy shit.
And then they went back in, I don't even know what gen, when they started tossing like everything back into the main sack again, and like there wasn't a
I remember they put removing the ball section kind of sucks.
It's like I specifically want to know what Pokeballs I have.
Let's get Baller out here.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Oh well.
That was a fat Pidgeotto that could have got us a lot of XP.
It was your fat punching bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just little things like that. The quality of life things that they put in and then took away somehow.
Yeah, I'll admit, I mourn the lack of the Pokeball pouch. That was pretty useful.
I don't know why they took it away either.
And they just lumped it in with all your active items, and I'm like, okay, I can see maybe the reasoning. They're like, well, we want all the active items you use in battle to be in one spot. But it's like, when you're catching a Pokemon, it's quite a different thing from when you're just battling a Pokemon.
Yes, and when you're...
And it makes it really easy to tell how many Pokeballs you need.
Yes. But I think they did add in, like, a counters in the store saying how many you had.
Yeah, but you won't know how many Pokeballs you have in total. You'll just know how many Pokeballs of certain type you have in total.
Oh, true. So
to have them all added up easily...
You don't know that you've got enough Ultra Balls. Or if you run out. Or if you run out of Ultra Balls, do you still have some Pokeballs kicking around?
Basically.
Yeah. And, like, it's a really small thing that makes a massive difference to your quality of life.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the TM pouch. Also, like,
Wait, they got rid of the TM pouch?
No, I don't think they did.
I don't think they ever did.
I want to say they need a better system of scrolling through. When there are hundreds of TMs and hundreds of items, you need a better system of scrolling.
Now that's your problem for, like, going on into the post-game and all that.
No, that's with just normal game.
Really? I've never had an issue, even, like, in gens where there's, like, 120 TMs. Because, like, you won't run into nearly that many by the time you've beaten the game. A lot of them are post-game, a lot of them are, like, weird ones you have to go to weird spots to find and shit like that, and I'm just like, you know?
Like, some kind of method, even if it is post-game only, to control your bag.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can sort items by, let's see, you can sort them by most, least, and type. It's like...
I mean, simply allowing you to move them between pockets would be nice.
Yeah, but of course you can't put a medicine in your activated pocket.
Well, then a dumb baby might put it somewhere they can't find it, Philippa, and then they will be mad.
Yeah.
So we take that freedom away.
But then they
which is to say we never give it.
Yeah. But then they chucked the Pokeballs into the other thing, and then... oh.
Hey, Marcus Long, how's it going? You've joined the Trashlocke.
And me ranting about the lack of
Pokeball pockets. Currently just kind of grinding up to beat up on Fuchsia Gym and Saffron Gym, Koga and Sabrina.
Oh, and of course, let's not forget my favorite hate point from Black and White, the inability to shut the fuckers up.
Yeah, being unable to skip the storyline was basically the main thing that keeps me from nuzlocking that game again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, it's a really good game otherwise. Like,
yeah.
The only real drawbacks are unfortunately really big ones, which is that, and the fact that they have the scaling XP, so it's really hard to, like, grind things up. Because in a Nuzlocke, you almost always get fucking beaten the shit out of and down to, like, 2 Pokemon after Narcine City. Sorry, Nakrine City. I always read it as Narcine. It's Nakrine.
Isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
It is.
But yeah, no, and like, also the fact that I think possibly 2 generations that you skip this is how you catch a Pokemon tutorial.
Yeah, and literally Gen 1 and Gen 2, and then they never let you do it again.
Yeah, no, I think neither of those let you skip it.
Yeah, they do let you skip it though. We skipped it in this one. This very playthrough, we skipped it. You can just walk past that old man, he won't bother you. He'll only bother you if he's, like, not had his coffee, which is to say, still hungover.
Yeah.
But that didn't get translated into English.
For some reason.
He's
very tired.
He just needs his coffee. For unspecified reason.
Yeah, he's very, very tired after a hard day's work.
Hard day's work, yeah.
But yeah.
Being able to skip the tutorial guide.
Yeah.
You've seen a million webcomics like that, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, do you know how to catch Pokemon? And the guy's like, I've been catching Pokemon for the last 20 fucking years. Of course I know how to catch a Pokemon. And then they're like, I'm gonna show you how to catch a Pokemon.
Yeah.
You got no faith in the children these days, I tell you. No faith in the children.
Something I was listening to talking about, like, sort of inactive difficulty scaling. And things like being able to access the tutorial if you need it, but figuring out how people need it if they can't, like, control things like that. And forcing tutorials like, understandable, but at the same time, like, when it's the same for every darn game.
Yeah, it's like, come on, you could have some sort of thing that's hard to get to option to say, please turn this off, I don't need to be told.
Yeah, I mean, at least in the very newest games, they've figured out how to tell you, to let you set this text speed to fast before you actually need the text speed.
Normally they let you do that, like, immediately on gaining control of the character.
Yeah, but I mean, before you even, like, get to the character point.
So before you start playing the game?
Yeah. Basically, the new option stuff actually lets you fix that.
Wait, why did I switch here? I should have switched to Baller. I've made a mistake. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Never punished. We got blown away anyway. It was doomed. It was doomed regardless.
It's like, I'll go check, make sure nothing's stuck in the mod hole.
In the mod hole?
In the mod hole.
Okay.
But I think I would get an alert if it was.
God damn these fucking whirlwinders. Yeah, we unfortunately only have like level 30 Pokemon to grind against. It's fucking annoying. But it's what I gotta do if I want to beat the champion with these trash mons. I took it easy once, and that's why we were at 3 deaths, so...
Never again.
Never again.
Never again.
Never again, folks.
Yeah. No, if you've got stuff on the blocked system, then it can set it up so that it will be like...
You did block some words.
Yeah.
Because fuck tons of bots were coming in.
And I like to think I've figured all of the different ones, or at least seen enough of the different ones to try and catch them from saying really annoying stuff.
Yeah.
But
God, that 88 experience.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not gonna say it. I want to, but...
Say what?
It's always death.
Yeah.
Ah, Pidgeys.
Unfortunately, we got like this, and then we got another like couple of grind sessions left in this entire run.
Yep.
We got the one before we beat Blaine, and then we got the one before we start taking on the Elite Four, and that's going to be the most arduous one. There's honest to God probably going to be a couple of streams of grinding at least.
Yeah.
Alright, quick attack. That's not a whirlwind.
Yeah.
There we go.
And it's going to be 88 experience again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yep, exactly 88.
Yeah, it was level 23 last time, which
there you go. But yeah, Ball has been kind of leading the pack for a while because, like, when we got him, we could teach him Thunderbolt straight away because in this game, Lieutenant Surge gives out the Thunderbolt TM.
Before they realized how freaking broken that is.
And I was like, I ain't gonna get another electric type, so Thunderbolt TM, you go now.
Thunderbolt's a great electric attack until you get ground out by Mal.
Yeah, so I could have Baller actually kicking some ass on this. Like, early on. Anagram is mostly here for filler reasons.
Yeah.
It's there so that we don't have too many weaknesses on our party because we have better Pokemon that would just lead to a worse team comp.
Yeah.
So he's here until I get like Muck or Weezing maybe.
Yes, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if I keep him just for his ability to use Dig.
Are you able to catch a Ponyta?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's absolutely no good use for a Rapidash in this game. Because you have to get it to level 40. You have to be at the end of the game. You have to be... What is there to grind against now? A bunch of water types.
Or a bunch of ground and rock types.
Yeah. So who the fuck does that let me beat in the Elite Four? There's a Rapidash. Basically no one.
Yeah. Now, the reason for asking is because the 30 things you can get in that mansion that you'd actually be using are those 3.
If I was going to be using something like Rapidash, I would just get my Flareon out of the daycare and be like, you're up.
Oh, that poor boy.
Yeah, like, he's probably insanely highly leveled now that I've been, like, running around grinding so much.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
But of course, in this game, you couldn't check without actually removing him.
Couldn't check without removing him.
And that would reset his progress on that current level.
Would it? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually add XP, it just, like, keeps track?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it did that. I kind of want to double check that and see if I'm correct, but...
I don't know, I never used the daycare in this gen. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't bother ever using the daycare.
I think I tried to work it out a couple of times before, you know, the internet
Yeah,
was
before
a
the
thing.
internet was really a thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because, you know, your Pokemon playing together, that was fun.
Yes, but they prefer to play with other Pokemon rather than each other. Goddamn this paralysis.
Oh, okay, this might be why I thought.
Alright, level 37.
In Generations 1 and 2, when the Pokemon is taken out of daycare, its experience will lower to the minimum value for its current level.
Oh, that sucks.
So I think if you take it out, it automatically, like, resets it.
Okay, now we're grinding up Greater, and that should probably be easy, because I think Greater has, like, Psybeam that'll take out anything in this entire patch of grass. Use the power of your superior mind, you Butterfree. Little butterfly thing. Apparently Butterfly's a great thinkers, according to Game Freak. Yeah, I don't know why they gave it psychic powers.
Sorry, which one?
Butterfree. And Venomoth, and Vivillon. And Moffin. They all have psychic powers.
Maybe it's so they know when you're afraid of it?
Oh, that was fun grinding while we had you, but yeah, we're switching. It's fine. It's better that we get this done quick.
Yep, no, sorry.
Quicker.
I was just reading up a line, a reminder of a character that I was like, oh yeah, that was a person. Egg Setter was a person in the anime.
Who the fuck is Egg Setter?
Appeared in Extreme Pokemon. Several daycares are present in the Egg Setter, including one run by... Okay, maybe it was a place rather than... including one run by Mr. Shelby. These daycares are run by nesters who care for Pokemon eggs, protect babies to hatch, races to help.
This sounds like shit that happened after I stopped watching the anime.
Yeah, it is apparently Johto.
I think I watched through all that one, but maybe not.
Maybe it's Exeter? Exeter is an anime-exclusive town located in Johto. The town is nestled in the Exeter Valley.
Anime exclusive, aka made up.
Ecruteak and Mahogany. And its annual Extreme Pokemon race. And,
Dude, Ecruteak's an island. Is this town in the middle of the ocean? Mahogany's like on the other side of the coast. Ecruteak's the island.
Ecruteak is the ghost ship.
Oh no, I'm thinking of fucking Cianwood.
Yep.
Nope, don't worry folks, I'm just being dumb.
You're fine, you're fine.
Just being dumb.
So yeah, Big Town.
Okay, good. What's weird?
It's a full trivia page with no trivia section.
How odd. Probably because that place is made up.
No, it's the daycare section.
Oh, okay, that is odd.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, that's weird.
They love their trivia in Bulbapedia.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this Pokemon has the lowest defense, all second stage water-type starter Pokemon. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And I would expect that the daycares would have a lot of trivia about them. I'm trying to think of what that trivia would be, but there's no trivia for me to look at to think about what it could be.
Trivia, don't think about it. Don't think about it,
yeah,
boy.
I guess that kind of supports what I was saying, but also kind of confuses me as if it would register in the... But I'm betting the Spaghetti Code was not competent enough to deal with that.
Oh, I don't know. I am not a coder. All I know is this is coded bad.
Yeah, but
Real bad.
since when you take it out, it resets to the base level for that level. I would assume that that's where it picks back up from.
I guess. God damn it, Anagram. You're a constant disappointment. You're a constant disappointment to me. At least you managed to take out this Pokemon like half your level. which is
that entire conversation about whether or not it was a limber snake.
Yeah, I don't think any of the snake Pokemon get limber.
Yeah, I'm honestly curious. I think
None of them.
Had that discussion last week.
We had a discussion about limber and how no snake Pokemon have it, despite the fact that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
They tend to have shed skin though, which is arguably better.
Yeah, like I really like shed skin.
It's great. I had like a fucking Smogon team with Arbok that had coil rest shed skin shenanigans.
Ooh.
Because, you know, you have a fair chance to like just shed the status affliction every turn.
So let's see, it was... Name the non-hidden ones. Okay, I'll name the hidden one first, if there's only one that is a hidden one, which is the Baneri line.
Yeah, just to add fuel onto the fairy fire, as I mentioned.
I'll just cry and break in the background.
Yeah.
Persian, Hitmonlee, Ditto, Lamia, Lightpath, Stunfisk, Polucha, Marini, Toxapex, Clobberpuss, and Grapplecot.
Grapple-locked.
Grapple-locked.
Stop trying to get us taken down by YouTube. You did not say that. You said a different thing. It sounded not great.
Not gonna ask.
Don't ask. Look at the VODs.
Or Stunfisk.
But yeah. Stunfisk. If you have a limber Stunfisk, I feel bad for you.
Yep.
Because it no longer does anything. Effectively no ability.
There's some others that have something similar.
I don't think there's any of them that have them quite that similar.
Yeah.
Like, none of them that do absolutely nothing. Some of them do next to nothing. In fact, a lot of them do next to nothing.
Yep.
But especially the ones they put out in Gen 3, like, they were very timid with the early abilities. And a lot of them did basically nothing. Weirdly enough.
Same thing, like, 5 different ones did the same thing. Which
there's that too. I was going to say, weirdly enough, they also had some of the most, like, bold ones, like, huge power, pure power, intimidate, some of the most really important, like drizzle, really important fucking abilities. But most of the abilities were really timid and just like, this will do maybe something in some situations, some of the time.
Eliminates the effect. We're the same as Cloud9.
Yeah, pretty worthless.
Yep. Arena Trap?
Okay, Arena Trap's an important ability.
Yeah.
That's pretty important. That's why Battle Armor's actually pretty nice, especially Nuzlocke's.
Yeah.
It's like maybe the people are like, they debate in the Nuzlocke circles whether the best ability is Battle Armor or Intimidate. Because it's like, one is really good for like just never getting you fucked over, and the other is really good just in general.
Yep.
Getting you out of situations that you have no business getting out of.
Yep. Blaze?
Yeah, Blaze doesn't do much.
Yep.
You have to be aware of it, but it doesn't do much.
Yep. And it's weird to me that, like, basically is the default pressure. Like, the default abilities for your default Pokemon.
Yeah, I did like that all the legendaries had pressure, and I'm like, yeah, go. They're all legendary. Your Pokemon is spooked just to be near them. They're like, I can't let the master down. I'm fighting without a Kuno. Pressure.
Under pressure. I think that's the song?
Yes, that is a song.
Cool. Cacophony, which is like, I think...
Cacophony doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore?
It doesn't exist at all. It's in the game, but no Pokemon has it.
Oh.
It's soundproof.
Oh, right. Okay.
Soundproof. It's the same as soundproof. And that makes sense when you think of, like, Whismur. It's like, Whismur is quite clearly not immune to sound. Otherwise, that whole plotline wouldn't exist.
Yeah, except...
It's all soundproof.
Yep.
Because it was supposed to be Cacophony.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, they never put it in the game.
Like,
as in, they put it in the game, but they never gave it to anything. I don't know why. Just don't know why.
That's why I looked at it and was like, that seems weird, but that's not got that. Because I remember it had some weird things like growl effect, where it shouldn't move and things like that. Or not growl, I think they got growl, but some really obvious sound moves.
They have taken things on and off the sound move category. Parting Shot, for example, is a sound attack.
What is?
Parting Shot. You don't know that one?
I do, but I'm like, what?
Because they're basically just flipping the enemy off and then running away.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, how was considered not applicable until...
It's not applicable because it doesn't affect the enemy, it only affects you.
Yep.
Like...
It now... counts now.
How does it count? Does it mean that, like, if you try and get Whisma to use Howl, it'll just fail?
I'd assume so.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
They have that on their level up moveset.
At least that's what I'd assume from the fact that it's got a bunch of red X's until the current generation where it's ticked. Whereas other things have, like, no tick until a certain generation. Like, Grass Whistle ticked all the way up until the current version and then not ticked anymore.
Probably doesn't exist as a move anymore.
Possibly.
Okay. Sadly, we simply have to switch out and just fucking...
Yeah. Alright.
Just gonna switch out here and finish this Ditto off because we don't want to get hit by a crit.
Ignorous Soul Blaze, there's a legendary...
Now, yeah, I was gonna say, that's a legendary signature move, isn't it?
Yep.
Clangorous Soul Blade.
How raises the user's ability attack by... Oh, how raises the user's and its allies' attack by one stage. So that is a generation onwards.
So what you're saying is... Oh, fuck, we tackle instead.
Huh. They've had some interesting items and specifically located around this, which is...
You talking about Throat Spray?
There's Throat Spray, there's also Liquid Voice, and Throat Chop.
Yeah, Throat Chop.
Yeah.
That was actually, like, competitively viable for a bit, where people were like, I'll Throat Chop the Sylveon so it can't Hyper Voice. Fuck you, Sylveon.
But yes, apparently that's why it is now an applicable thing, because it now has allies stuff as well in multi-battles.
Interesting.
Okay, so you can howl yourself, but you can't howl your allies.
Hey, Anagram's level 41!
Yeah!
Good stuff, Anagram. You're almost at the right level.
Okay.
Just 2 more to go.
Cecil, okay. And now cannot be selected in a battle. Yep, I think you were right that it just...
Yeah, it's just been removed.
Yep.
Just ganked from the game.
Ganked. So, and apparently Heal Bell in Generation 5 did not work, but every other generation it does.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to just have it be a, like, pretty much straight up positive ability, rather than being like, well, you can't be hit by Heal Bell now, so it's downside.
Yeah.
Like, Heal Bell's a straight up beneficial move. And now that Not Psyduck is poisoned, we're going to teleport.
Oval Drive is also considered a sound-based
Sorry,
move.
Oval Drive? What the fuck?
Overdrive, as in if you power your computer over its limit, is now...
I've never heard of this move. Who the fuck even learns it?
Signature move of Toxtricity, is that it?
Oh, okay, Toxtricity, that makes sense. It's a new one, I don't know him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's that, isn't it an electric move?
It's an electric move.
Yeah, and it raises its stats. Raises its attack, I think. I've seen someone use that. Nope. Nope, don't want to go to that.
Overdrive inflicts damage to all opponents. Ability was soundproof and not affected by it. Will become a water-type move when used with a Pokemon with the ability Liquid Voice.
Yep.
If the user is affected by Throat Chop, it will be unable to use it.
Yep.
Will have its power boosted by 30% when the Pokemon with the ability Punk Rock.
Which is only Toxtricity.
Yeah.
I think only one form of Toxtricity. I've never enjoyed Pokemon having, like, different forms. Just make them different Pokemon! That's kind of what you've always done. I don't know why they decided to, like...
Nidoran springs instantly to mind, including the fact that they ganked Nidorina's ability to have babies.
Yeah, because it's like, with Eevee, you don't have, like, 3 different Vaporeons. You have Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. It makes them cooler. Why would you not want that?
Yep.
You already have to make up, like, different art for the new forms, so...
Why not just
have them be new Pokemon?
You consider that to be the case for Burmy and...
Yeah, Burmy should... Like, original Burmy you can change between forms, right?
Yeah.
being able to change between forms that make sense to their forms. But then you'd have like, okay, well this one evolves from this form Burmy, this one evolves from that form, and all the Wormadams would be different. Would be different Pokemon.
Are,
yeah, so I'm saying that all the Wormadam I would want to be like different Pokemon.
Yeah.
Rather than just saying things like awkward ass like Wormadam Trash or Wormadam Sand, just give them different names.
Yeah.
Make them different Pokemon. We all know they're basically different Pokemon. What are the problem here?
Toxtricity in both its Ant and Loki.
I wonder if I can kill this Berserk.
And it's
to make it so much easier.
Either Punk Rock, plus or minus, or Technician.
Okay, that was a crit. That's inconclusive.
So yeah, either form can have it. It's just a 50% plus whatever the hidden ability chances are. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you go about getting Pokemon with hidden abilities. Never have. I do like the hidden abilities. I just wish they're a little easier to access in a normal game. Like, just have them be like a chance, like 1 in 8 chance or something like that. And it's like, yeah.
Similar to a shiny, as in you can't tell.
Not that fucking hard to get, or else it effectively doesn't exist.
Yeah, not that hard, but in that same vein of you can't exactly tell, but it is a chance to get it.
Yeah, I'd say like about a 1 in 8 chance keeps it rare enough to be a hidden ability, but still would allow you to encounter it in the main game. There we go, level 38. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Only 2 more levels for this guy.
Overdrive is the only one I kind of argue with, and Parting Shot. Yeah, I thought Parting Shot was fairy, but no, apparently that's dark.
Also, Overdrive is meant to be like a big fucking electric guitar display. I know the name doesn't really portray it very well.
Yeah, because everything else at least... Oh, Eerie Spell, the one I'd argue with.
I don't even know what Eerie Spell does. I'm going to level a few.
Yep, it is a psychic one. It is Galarian Slowking.
Oh, is that the one that...
damage and decreases the PP of the last move.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know why that's sound-based. There's probably some translation bullshit we're missing.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is like it's a spoken spell, because it's also...
I guess. Verbal components.
Yeah.
We got our Vancian magic in Pokemon now. I mean, we kind of worked it.
Yeah. So
that's what PP is, right?
The list is Boomburst. Bug Buzz kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's sound-based.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Clanging Scales makes sense.
Yep.
Clamorous Soul Blaze, which, despite being freaking stupid, is... Yeah, that makes sense. Confide, which,
Yep.
weird but makes sense. Disarming Voice, Echoed Voice, Eerie Spell, Grass Whistle, Growl. Heal Bell going in and out of this.
Yeah.
Howl going not being affected until this current gen because of its group-based mechanic. Hyper Voice, Metal Sound, Noble Roar.
Noble Roar, which I think is like Pyroar.
I mean, I take a guess. It is Little and Pyroar. Yep.
Yeah.
Signature move. And
sorry.
Other Pokemon that can learn it. Wailord.
It is a lord.
Yep. A bunch of specials, aka legendary, the O-line.
The O-line?
I don't know how better to name that.
I don't know what you mean.
The Jangmo.
Oh, the Island Guardians.
No, they're not the... Are they?
No? Oh, you're talking about
Island Dragons.
The pseudo-legendaries from Gen 7.
Yeah.
Just call it like the Como O-line.
I think Rillaboom is not legendary.
Rillaboom's a starter.
Okay, Rillaboom can get it, but not any of its previous forms, and Toxtricity.
Yeah.
So that's where Noble Roar comes in.
Yeah.
Overdrive, which we just discussed. Parting Shot, Perish Song, Relic Song, Roar, Round, Screech, Shadow Panic, which is an odd one.
I have no idea what that is.
That one's from the XD game.
Oh wait, why did I do this? I should be taking down. I'm not thinking here. Don't poison me.
Yeah. Like, it's a Coliseum one, so I'm willing to just ignore that in general.
I'm like, wait, they had abilities on Coliseum?
Sorry, not Coliseum, XD. But I believe they did have abilities and
Gonna be honest, I never really followed the Coliseum games, didn't really see much of an appeal to them, but
I think it almost feels like a precursor to what you did with Arceus. Sing, snarl, snore, sparkling aria, supersonic, and uproar.
being immune to supersonic is fun.
Yep. Oh, that is hilarious. I'd assumed that they would have had to put it in at some point, but they 100% have Jigglypuff sing and have the Whisper unaffected in the anime. And I'm like, perfect.
Ooh, we can't quite finish you in a double kick.
Again, no trivia section.
Damn. Damn. Not gonna make it, Bane.
I know. No.
Oh, I mean, just because Lawsuit got paralyzed. Whatevs.
I think you've accidentally hit something on the spreadsheet.
What do you mean?
I think you've accidentally hit something on the spreadsheet.
Oh, I flipped it over and then didn't flip it back like a fool. This is what I got you here for, to make sure that I flip back.
Yep. I'm sorry, I was looking at things for the Pokemon.
You were wrong to do so.
Oh, perfect.
Oh shit, skin can't come quick enough. And to think I might end up having to use an Arbok in the next one of these.
Yep. But yeah, like, some abilities make a lot of sense. Like, for example, immunity on the Zigzagoon, but other ones are just like, why does that? Why do you have that? Like, just about every water type they didn't know what to do with got Swift Swim.
Yeah, that makes sense though. Like, you know, you can swim.
Yeah.
You're a fish.
Swiftly.
You're a fucking fish. Of course you're gonna move faster when you're in your element. Really makes less sense to me why Goldeen and Poliwhirl and all that have high speed to begin with. It's just like, but you're on land. You shouldn't really be all that fast. You should just be flopping about like an idiot.
Up like a fish.
Okay, switch you to greater.
The most stupid thing that I absolutely love and totally recommend is Arceus Forget. So I think I've mentioned that I'm
really glad I switched.
Yeah. One of the big things that you often do in Arceus is moves. Like, you've got to use a move X number of times.
Yep.
Or use it in agile style X number of times, kind of thing.
Yep.
And of course, you know, if you're doing it late in the game, you're often like way over leveled for wherever you are. And so you can just sit there like one-shotting things with this just ridiculously overpowered move.
Makes sense.
So, the funny thing I have found is just go to an area of Magikarps, because Magikarp got a Magikarp.
Yeah, they can't fight back.
Yep. They don't get tackle in this version. Yeah, it is.
Not that it makes much of a difference. But...
Yeah. Thank you, which I managed to get to sparkly Magikarp, which I am very happy with.
You mean shiny Magikarp?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what the ratio is in that game.
I don't know. I think it is higher than it is for other games.
Yeah.
I've got, let's see, there's one guaranteed shiny. I have got a shiny Luxray, which I caught as a Shanks. Mm-hmm. I encountered but missed a shiny Geodude, and now have caught another shiny Geodude.
Damn it.
I know. I've got a shiny, I caught it as a second stage Walrein. A Warren?
Walrein?
Yeah, Walrein.
So you caught it as a Celio?
No, sorry, caught it as a Celio. Instead of a Speel.
You said caught it as a second stage, so I assume you meant
yeah.
You caught it as a Celio and then evolved it.
I haven't evolved it yet.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, what is it at the moment? I've got the Cherubi evolved form as a shiny.
Cherum?
Here.
Do you mind passing me, like, do I have my green switcher there? Alright, pass me that. It's like, too cold, too warm for the other switcher, too cold for this
Could
one.
close that window.
Then we get, like, too fucking hot. It's all about the temperature control, Philpa.
Yep.
You gotta know how to work it, and there's, like, 2 people in a small fucking room.
Way bigger than your last one, though.
It sure is.
Like twice the size.
Twice the size.
Easy.
Oh, that old room was like a fucking closet.
and filled with mold.
Mold.
Oh. Where was it going? Also got, what else do I have? Oh, I caught a shiny Riolu.
Riolu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm just...
Well, if you could trade, then a lot of people would be lining up to trade for that.
Yep. I also caught a shiny Machoke. I think there's something that I'm forgetting, but those are, like, the main ones.
Well, clearly the ratio is, like, way higher than it was in the normal games.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to look it up.
Not that I feel it needed to be quite that high in the real games, you know?
Yeah. You mean low in the real games?
Yeah, you get my point. Like,
Yeah.
high number, one in however many...
I think it's like 48,000 something?
Something like that, and I'm like, that's just absurd. You don't need it to be that fucking rare.
Zubat, that's the other one I know I've
Oh yeah, you got the green Zubat.
And I've evolved it all the way up to Crobat. And I remember that because I was going to tell an anecdote about how I got a shiny one in my Heart Gold game, which is, no, Crobat, of course. Because I was like, there's no way this is not going in my team.
Yeah, and Crobat's a good mon.
Yeah.
You'll
Like
find it in like B tier or higher in all of my tier lists.
Yeah.
Because it's good.
Yeah. It's surprisingly solid.
Golbat sucks. But Crobat, real good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, in the first few gens, it can't really get that many good attacks. Like, I think it gets Sludge Bomb. That's about it.
Sorry, I'm having a moment of angriness at Sword and Shield again.
Oh, yeah?
The alternate shiny types.
Alternate shiny.
There's two types of shiny, one that comes up with diamonds and one that comes up with stars.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
That is some bullshit.
Like, why? What's that even?
How's this quick attack gonna affect us? Okay. You better finish it. Ah, you dumb son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, bowler it is.
God, no pursuit.
Yeah, but... Okay, I was gonna say Whirlwind is a thing. We can just Sonic Boom this to death. There's no need to waste a Thunderbolt.
In the original translation of Gen 2, the shiny Pokemon stat was called the rare stat.
Huh.
Yep, so literally. So they were named color Pokemon in Stadium 2.
Sorry, just thought about a thing someone posted. I can't even remember where they're like... Isn't it weird that like NFTs are basically like the rare Pepe that people had in 4chan, but actually serious? Alright, level 38.
In Generation 3,
Trying to learn Jump Kick.
Alt Color.
Yes, please delete a move. And that move will be Rolling Kick. We do not need that move. Sorry, go on.
I am looking down for where the numbers are.
They also were determined by IV values, which means that they actually did have better stats than everything else.
Base rate in Generation 2 was... Oh, that's... Hang on. Wait. Why is there...
Philippa has become confused.
You will be determining with the shiny charm, but why has it got something for Gen 2 then? Because it's like...
Oh, it's gonna be one of these battles, I guess.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me see if I'm doing this correctly. So, base... okay. Right.
Alright,
So,
this.
across all generations up until Gen 6, the base rate was 1 in 8,192, which halved in Gen 6 onwards to 1 in 4,096.
Wait, so they made them rarer?
No, it made it more common.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy shit, what?
Of the 8,000 to 4,000. Sorry.
Right.
Made
Makes
it
sense.
twice as likely.
Twice as likely, and they could honestly double that and be fine.
And the thing that was confusing was breeding a tiny Pokemon of the opposing is the opposite gender. And Gen 2 apparently upped that ratio to 1 in 64.
Still not great, but okay.
Yeah, like, no, I think that was because of the way it handled IVs and purely that. Okay, let's see. Nothing changed it in Gen 3. The Masuda method in Generation 4 put it up to 5, so 5 times more likely from that 8,192 method. Put it up to 6 out of that number in Gen 5.
Okay.
And put it up to 6 in the new 4,000 number in Gen 6 onwards. And for those who don't know, the Masuda method is when you've got a Pokemon of an alternate language that was produced outside of your region. So specifically, like if you were in America and you had one of your friends trade you a Spanish thing that they got in their own game but it's also set to America, doesn't count. It has to be like from Europe or whatever.
Right, because I was going to say, like, if you had like if you traded with, say, some kid from Quebec and they had like a French language one,
yeah,
would that count? But not if you lived in, say, Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. If you're in Ontario...
And you're trading with someone from Quebec.
Those are both parts of Canada, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't count.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You think different language would be enough?
No, gotta be produced in a different region.
Okay.
That's also why the French Pikachu does not count, but that's also because it's created in your own...
And by region, you mean country, right?
Yes.
So PAL doesn't all count as one region.
No.
So you could have a Spanish Butterfree from Australia and it would be fine.
Yeah. Okay, one from Mexico and it would count for the purpose. Okay. Polka Radar training for a single patch, which is equal or greater to than 40 in a chain. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, shiny hunters are insane.
Yep.
This is from a man who's grinding up a Butterfree to level 40.
So Gen 2 and 3 were infected. Gen 4 gave you a 41 in 8,192.
How does it keep winning these fucking speed ties? God damn.
I believe it's supposed to alternate between the two if they're tied.
That's not how that happens. It's just a 50-50 chance in most games. Might be in this one.
Then nothing in Gen 5. It turned it to a 1 in 100 for Gen 6 and 1 in 1 in 99 in Gen 8. Oh, dare they know it's Christmas.
1 in 99, that's crazy good. Let's see, will you be able to feint this gloom with a Psybeam? My guessing is probably not.
Or forcing gender with a Q-charm, apparently.
Oh, you can't. Oh, you crit, so
Apparently
no need to worry about that. What's this now?
That you can force gender with a Q-charm?
Cute charm. Huh, didn't know that.
I am gonna have a look at what the fruit that's meaning.
I know about shit like fucking Destiny Knot and all that garbage.
From April onwards, if they're in first place in the party, even if fainted, it ups the encounter rate of the opposite gender to 66.7 chance. Does not affect swarming Pokemon or Pokemon in grottos.
I was gonna say, does that make a difference if, say, you're running around and there are some Pokemon that are weighted heavily... God damn it, every time. Weighted heavily towards being male, let's say. Does that affect your chance to encounter that Pokemon at all? Or does it roll up the Pokemon and then roll up the gender and apply that difference?
In Generation 4, only when it forces a Pokemon to be a specific gender, it does so by setting its personality value to 1 out of 25. It corresponds to the...
Okay, it sounds a lot like it rolls up the encounter and then it rolls up the gender.
Possible. If the Pokemon with Q-charm is female, the wild Pokemon's gender ratio, the significant properties, okay. Okay.
Problem?
I am trying to figure out. Spender whose gender has been forced by Q-charm in Generation 4 have only one of 50 patterns, 25 for male, 25 for female.
Right, because of the IVs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense to me.
If 8 out of 25 values are forced by Q-Charm, it will result in a shiny Pokemon. Okay, so as a result, when encountering species,
You better not fucking outspeed me this time. Thank God.
when the encountered species can only be affected by Q-Charm, i.e. it's not a male only, female only, or gender neutral species, the chances of encountering a shiny Pokemon differ from 1 in 8,000 depending on how many of those 25 possible values forced by the Q-Charm as a result of the shiny Pokemon. In conjunction with Trainer ID and Secret ID, they may be as low as 1 in 24,576. Or as high as 21.34 of all encounters.
That's a lot of bullshit mechanics that just got set out.
Yeah. So, between fuck no to fuck yes, if you've got Q-Charm in your party.
Weird.
Only for
Hey.
Generation 4 though.
Level 38, you are in the fast XP route. Okay.
So, with a shiny charm from Gen 5 onwards,
2 more levels to go, and then we fight some fucking psychics, I swear.
that puts you a whole double percent chance. So it's 2 in over 8,182, or 2 over the 4,000 number from those later ones. Friends Furry, 5 out of the 4,000 number. Consecutive fishing, more than 20 times, 41 out of the 4,000. Hidden Pokemons, search level 200 plus, is 0.08% plus X times 0.01%, where 200 plus X.
Yeah, that all went in one ear and out the other with me. That
Yeah.
just sounded like pure gibberish.
Yeah, it's pure bullshit.
Pure fucking gibberish.
Okay, SOS battles, 13, but you have to have, I don't know if that
SOS
means
battles.
over 31 encounters in the same SOS battles, or SOS battles.
Fuck SOS battles. All my homies hate SOS battles. Honestly, those are the things that like ruined 7th gen for me. More than the bullshit XP fucking curve.
Yeah.
Do I turn on the share? Do I turn off the share? I don't know what I'm doing.
If you need to find these specific rare Pokemon who might have the items you need for some stuff, you gotta do this.
That wasn't even a consideration. It was just like, okay, so I fight less Pokemon in like trainer battles than I fight in fucking wild battles
Oh god.
due to this goddamn system.
Yep.
Because it's like, normally when you're running into a wild Pokemon, it's like, okay, it's fine, it's just one Pokemon. And when you fight trainers, it's like, okay, this could be quite a few Pokemon. In that generation, all the trainers have like one Pokemon, but the
Maybe
wild
two of
ones
them really
can
cool.
chain into infinity and just keep
And be
making
wrong.
you fight the same fucking Pokemon, and your trainer is too stupid to put out a second Pokemon when faced with 2 Pokemon.
Yep. It ain't right. I tell you what.
And like the fucking professor's like, oh man, these Pokemon just are way better at cooperating. I'm like, no, these Pokemon are just fucking wusses. They start crying at the first sign of danger. Oh, help me, I couldn't fight this trainer on my own.
Weird, like the thing I find the most weird about the SOS battles is that if you status affect them, their ability
They
to
cry less.
yeah, and it's like
Doesn't
I
make
would
any
be
fucking
bleeding.
sense.
I would be screaming more.
Also, that means it's less. That means, okay, if you had it be the way you'd assume, which is status effects means they cry more,
Yep.
then that means the people who want to do the SOS battles, to chain for shinies, or hidden abilities, or what have you,
Yep.
they have an ability to manipulate that now. They can actually make it easier. But no, because it's the other way around. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, and everyone hates it.
Yep. Even better, there is an item you can use, but it does not explain itself whether it's a passive or an active item to increase the chances of SOS battling.
God damn it. Okay.
And so I don't know if you've got to hold it or if you've got to activate it. And the reason So the reason I am extra salty about this, just because you're like post-game fruit that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about post-game.
Because I was attempting to get things like metal coats, you know, claws, king's rocks, things that you need to evolve Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which are like so rare in pretty much every single game, it's not funny.
Yeah, they're normally like you find one.
And then like, what about the 3 Pokemon that require this to evolve?
Trade.
Yep. And I'm like, yeah, I have no internet signal, I would like to not. And they're like, trade.
Trade or get another copy of the game.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah. So wherever I could, I'd find repeatable methods. And they're like, yeah, you can totally get it off this Pokemon. I'm like, cool, okay, how do I get this Pokemon? SOS battles, but it's only in this one area, it's only in rain, it's only by this Pokemon, which only
Wait, doesn't Magnemite normally have metal coat on it? Couldn't you have just thiefed from there?
Yes, so that was like my source of metal coats, but King's Rock.
Okay, who has King Rock? Is it Poliwhirl?
And Poliwra. And if you're really lucky, Politoad. The only way those will show up is if you get a Poliwag inside a raining area of the, whatever their park area is called, the one with the snake bridge.
Oh, I don't remember this shit.
Yeah.
I have very low amounts of memories from Gen 7 because that one I basically like tried one run, failed, tried another run, and I was like, man, I don't like this game. I fucking dumped it.
So that's it. Okay, there's a park. On a really
Is it the one where you can find the Araquanid? Is that the park you're talking about?
Like,
They got a bunch of bridges in a park. I remember that vaguely now.
Yeah. But
Now vaguely
basically
remember
never
this.
rains there. So
Yeah.
and so your only choice is either make it rain with a Pokemon and it's like yes, make it rain, Daniel, make it rain. Make it rain with a move or a weather effect, Pokemon with weather effect.
Yeah. Fortunately, they're easier to come by. Like, just get a Pelipper
Yeah, that's what I
with Drizzle, because those exist in this game, in that game, rather.
Still times out after 5 turns, so...
Yep, because of balance reasons, they found it was just fucking broken to not have it be that way.
Yep. But yeah, like, all of this, you can see how, like, incredibly infuriating when it's a low chance Pokemon with a low chance item, and I'm like, I know that I'm not supposed to be grinding up this item, but you kind of...
You left me no choice.
Yeah. And they're like, but it's easy, you just get this Pokemon. I'm like, yeah. And in one of the old games, I could go and fish up and get a chance of just pulling up their Pokemon and then steal from it. But now, I've just got to do this.
Don't you know everyone hates random encounters, so instead do this bullshit.
Yep. Ugh, don't even get me started on the fishing spots.
Yeah, you never did like those fishing spots.
No, I hate
I personally didn't give too much of a shit, but...
It's because it's like, you can... The only way to get good stuff is if it's bubbling. Which it will do when you enter the area, and if you fuck with it in any way, it stops bubbling and you've got to exit re-enter the area. It's like, that is, like, if there was a time delay to it, if it could, like, randomly start bubbling, like... But no, it's just fish once, exit, enter. Fish once, exit, enter. Fish once, exit, enter. And that is just not fun. I get that they apparently want us to be adding machines, or subtraction machines in the case of enemy health, but it's just not fun. Anyway,
just not fun. Good way to put that down.
Yep.
Just not fun.
And all of the rest of the methods I won't even mention because they're Gen 8.
Yeah, we didn't buy Gen 8 because, well...
We got buttons.
Gen 7 burned us so bad, we were like, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll buy them up. But then it was like, no, and plus it was on the Switch. Neither of us had a Switch.
Here's this game, it's more of the same, but also works, and it's kind of like playing Sun and Moon 2 again, which we totally expect also forward. And I'm like,
Wasn't that great? I was pretty much vindicated when I saw people playing for it, and I'm like, yeah, it seems to be the same kind of shit that was a problem in Sun and Moon, only more so now, and with other shit. So, yeah.
Have your random 40 encounter right after walking out the gate. I mean, I admit it's
Run
probably
fast enough that you outrun the draw distance and hit into a level 24 Pokemon in the first area.
Like, I get it. It's more naturalistic.
Not when they pop in like that, it's not.
Yeah. Like, that's how Arceus kind of handles it with the alpha Pokemon, but it's not fun. Like, unless that is specifically your intent, it is just not fun.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a critical hit gust. What are we gonna do?
The bug from Generation 3 that can cause Pokemon's shiny status to differ from hatching animation persists. This again allows eggs obtained from event distributions to be shiny after hatching.
Weird.
Yep.
Yes, try and poison my already paralyzed Arbok. Oh my god, Arbok, you suck so much.
Oh, that's just cruel at that point. Okay. So, in the comments about methods for increasing shiny rates, in Sun and Moon, as well as Ultra Sun and Moon, SOS Battles performs a checks at 11, 21, and 31. So it will start checking for shiny Pokemon and increase the numbers of those. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, the chain length resets to 0 after 255.
Wow.
Yep. It's just like...
That's probably a technical limitation, but still, geez, man.
I think it's for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah. They may have simply been like, oh, we can just get around all that. People at Game Freak are not and have never been very good programmers. Like, they've been good at coming up with fun games.
Yep.
Not good programmers. Like, one dude had to come in and basically, like, completely rework the fucking, thing for Gold and Silver, or else they wouldn't have been able to actually fit it in the cartridge. And he cleared up enough space for them to put in that little rinky-dink, theme park Kanto in there, so that's the amount of space he managed to save by just fixing the code. Came in over the weekend.
This I have to giggle at. This one is dated backwards from release date. Well, where Pokemon in Sword and Shield have been, have had shiny Pokemon released in Wild Area News. During one of these events, one of the 5-star Max Raid Battle encounters was guaranteed to be shiny. These shiny Pokemon will always have square sparkles.
Okay.
I've already said my piece about that.
Yeah.
Specifically, the latest one was on April 1st this year. That was a shiny Sudowoodo.
Of course, April Fool's Sudowoodo. Get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Then...
Everyone loves Sudowoodo. It's a funky Pokemon.
I quite like it. Stupid, but...
Yeah. Like, I've never run into anyone that hates Sudowoodo. Like...
I'm a little pissy about Bonsly, but even then, it's like, it's a pot line. I can live with it.
I like Bonsly. I wish it had been available earlier on. Like, it would make sense to put it in Elex Forest.
You know? All those places that you could put baby Pokemon that you could just...
That they would actually be relevant, because by the time you get Bonsly, like, even Sudowoodo's stats are actually pretty low for that stage in the game.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, okay, I can get Sudowoodo, but I don't need him anymore.
And then March 18th this year, they had the Tyrantrum, the fully evolved one. February 11th this year, they had Milcery?
Yeah, that cream Pokemon.
Yeah. January 1st had Golden Magikarp, which I think is pretty neat, actually. For the New Year.
Yeah, but that's not the Chinese New Year, so...
Yeah, no, but I assume it was still that kind of joke.
I was gonna say, if it's Chinese New Year, is it the year of the tiger? I guess they only have a starter tiger Pokemon, so they can't really do that. Like, you could have shiny Raticate if it was the year of the rat.
December 17th last year, shiny Delibird.
December 17th?
Yep.
Christmas, it's December 10th!
Most of these, they run for a period. So, for example...
Okay. So it runs for a period and includes Christmas.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's specifically 17th to the 26th.
It also makes sense that you wouldn't want to put it out on Christmas Day, because people are probably not playing on their games on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Unless they're actually in Japan, in which case, yeah, they're probably
no,
are.
specifically for April 1 and 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just an April Fool's prank.
Yep.
Just a prank,
Eevee
bro.
it was November 19th. Shiny Zurok was the Halloween one, which was October 29th to 31st, which is pretty neat. September 17th to 19th for the autumnal equinox last year was Lunatone and Solitone. Yeah.
I'm like, do we have many very autumny Pokemon? I guess we got Pumpkaboo, Gorgeist, but other than that, I can't think of too many other like really autumnal ones. Swordsbuck, obviously, but
yeah, but that's
every season.
Yeah,
it's a Pokemon for all seasons.
That sounds interesting. 3rd to 5th of September last year was Cicino. The Bond Festival, they had Chandelier.
The Bond Festival? Don't know that festival.
I'm like, is that Bonfire Festival?
I'm gonna assume.
Okay. Japanese.
It's Japanese.
Testament
There we
to
go.
honor the spirits of one's ancestors. It involves bonfires, though.
There we go. We learn a new thing today.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. But yeah, so they put out Chandelier for that one, which is pretty cool.
Yep, makes sense.
That's cool. Vanillux for summer.
Yeah, because you'd want ice cream in summertime.
Yep, I know, but they keep
Kinda cool
saying,
for us,
you
though.
don't need Pokemon. Totally don't need Pokemon.
Well, Vanillux isn't really an ice cream. It's just in the shape of an ice cream.
Yeah.
So it would be, non-dairy flavored water, non-dairy ice water. Unflavored for me.
Sorry. What do they call their gelatinous non-dairy?
Yeah, crusty, gelatinous, non-dairy gum-based beverage.
They call it shakes.
Shakes.
Don't know
what
what
you're
you're getting. They released Almanac for Canter Fossil Time. They have Copperaja for the Gigantamax thing.
Okay, sure.
Theme of tentacle Pokemon. I'll get you to guess with that one.
No.
It's the one I
hope
can't
it's
pronounce
not the
wrong.
Penis Festival.
June 25th to June 27th, I don't know when that festival is.
Yeah, like, oh god.
It's Grapplocke.
Yeah. Grapplocke.
Yep. Politoed was for the Frog Pokemon / the rainy season.
Right.
Shiny Wooloo, just because. Also, shiny... No, not the potato! Why did they do
Potato?
That's what I call Galarian Meowth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, level 39. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there.
Well, Penguin Day had the Ice Cube Penguin.
Ice Cube.
SQ.
Ice Cube.
They could have done it so many good ways, and there it is.
I honestly don't like... I'm happy with its head on, like, ice on, like, build. I just don't like the ice off version, but I'm not as down on it as most people. I may shit on Pokemon...
Regular penguin head under there.
I may shit on Pokemon a lot, but honestly, I think the actual like new Pokemon that come out are typically always very nice, except for the legendaries, obviously. But they're typically always very nice Pokemon that come out. I even like the regional forms. I don't like regional forms as a concept. I also would like them to be new Pokemon, but the regional forms always look pretty cool to me. And I'm like, oh, that's neat. I wish this was a new Pokemon that just kind of looked like a Grimer, but okay, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
because when it comes to design, they just... They pretty much always just kind of knock it out of the park for me. I mean...
Like, what were the two? Like, there were two that I was just convinced were the same Pokemon that people were just like mistranslated.
Yeah, like are you thinking of Yukimuku and Pincurchin?
Yeah.
Which is not pink. It's a kind of... Yeah, it doesn't work as a name.
That one.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't make that like Galarian Yukimuku, because it looks pretty fucking similar.
Yeah.
It looks more similar than a lot of Pokemon that aren't like...
related, yeah.
Yeah, so...
So continuing down this list, last Easter they had Azumarill. For the spring equinox last year, they had Lilligant. For Pokemon Day, apparently there's a Pokemon Day now.
Pokemon Day, Philippa. Your day you appreciate your Pokemon.
Yep. Which is February 27th,
So I'm
28th.
guessing Pikachu.
If did you guess? Can you
It's Pikachu!
It's just Gigantamax, because that's the spring thing for that gen.
Well, if it's in honor of like when Pokemon was invented, then yes, because the Gigantamax Pikachu is basically original model Pikachu, which I like better.
Really?
BT dubs. Yeah, Gigantamax Pikachu is original model Pikachu. Have you not seen?
No, I've been basically ignoring everything.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah. It's like original model Pikachu, so I'm like, I don't like Gigantamax. But I do like the callback to original model Pikachu.
Yeah.
Because frankly it was better and they shouldn't have changed it.
Yep.
Shouldn't have slimmed down Pikachu. No, I say no to fat shaming Pikachu in this household.
Valentine's Day last year, Milcery again.
Milcery, why? I mean, there's Love Disc, there's like other Pokemon that are clearly like. No, I mean, there's other Pokemon that are clearly like male and female versions, like Miltank, Tauros, and.
Yeah.
Because when you started saying that, I thought you were going to say Miltank and Tauros, and I'm like, okay.
Nope.
Nidoking, Nidoqueen, that sort of thing. But no, Milcery, because people give each other cream on Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
It better not be that. Think of the children's. Even though they'll never get it.
On the Secrets of the Jungle celebration.
Chromarin, that's a good fucking.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking Pokemon. I like it.
I'm happy with that.
Cramorant.
Yeah, that's even more appropriate.
It just fucking shoves everything down its gully.
I was thinking that was.
It's the Pokemon that Pelipper should have been.
Tauros was released for Chinese New Year, so again.
Year of the Ox. Yeah, makes sense to me.
I won't think about that too hard.
What, the Year of the Ox?
No, why it wasn't whatever this year's one was for.
Tiger, because that's a starter Pokemon, they probably don't want to release those as shinies this easily. They could have done Arcanine, that'd be a decent sort of. What did they do instead? Magikarp. No, that was New Year, not Chinese New Year.
Yeah, I don't think they've done anything for Chinese New Year.
That's fucking weird. They're Japan-based. They know about Chinese New Year. They've known about Chinese New Year before they've known. It's in March.
Okay, yeah, but they haven't done anything for it this year, apparently. Unless... Nope. New Year, then...
Yeah, like...
Yep.
They've known about Chinese New Year long before they've known about the regular New Year.
Not a bit.
You'd think that they would really go off of the Chinese New Year more. I guess they all switched to regular year when America went and reconstructed them after bombing them.
This one is just called a rerun of the previous year's event, which is Squirvit and Redent.
Right.
And that's all it's got for what that event is. 2020, they released a Alolan Vulpix. Is that Alolan Vulpix?
What, the white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
But it's also meant to be a shiny one, so...
I don't know what the difference is. I've never seen a shiny Alolan Vulpix.
I am going to go have a look at the images in this page. Because it could be a shiny regular.
Which, like, one of the problems with, like, regional versions is, like, okay, if you ever do the same basic concept again, but with a different twist, you now have to, ask yourself, like, well, why isn't this a regional version? Like, say, Nickit. I like Nickit. I like that it's a new Pokemon, but I'm like, but the consistency, why did you not make that a regional Vulpix then?
No, it's one of those shinies that it basically looks identical to its non-shiny version.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And I'm like, come on, guys.
There's a lot to bitch about when it comes to Pokemon.
Squirvit is apparently just released in November.
Yeah, I got nothing against Squirvit. He's again one of those like early game regional Pokemon that you kind of represent the Galar region with.
Yep.
I got no beef with him.
And they released various sizes of Gourgeist for the 2020 Halloween.
Okay, that makes sense.
They did a fable for the autumnal equinox 2020.
Okay.
August 6th to August 9th, 2020. No notes, just a Pikachu.
It's Pikachu!
For Marine Day, they released a Shiny Wailord.
There's a Marine Day? Okay.
Apparently, it's somewhere between July 17th and July 19th.
I was gonna say, my brother's a marine biologist, I don't know about Marine Day.
And Zero was catchable part of the 1 million victories challenge. So just think they released a legendary in this banner.
Okay.
Japanese New Year in 2020, they released the Golden Magikarp.
Wait, when is Japanese New Year then?
I am gonna follow that link and find.
I think we can handle anything this big.
The official Japanese New Year has been celebrated according to the Gregorian calendar on the 1st of January each year.
Okay, so
Yep.
normal New Year,
Yep.
non-Chinese New Year,
However, some traditional events
East
of the
Asian New
Japanese New Year are partially celebrated on the first day of the year on the modern Genpo calendar, the last official lunar solar calendar, which was used until 1872 in Japan.
1872. Why the change? Is that when fucking Commodore Perry came around with gunboats? He was like, fuck you, you're going on this calendar now.
I'm trying to see if
Like
there's
all the cool
a
kids.
listed reason for it. Okay, prior to the Meiji, the date of the Japanese New Year had been placed on the lunar solar calendar. Prior to the Gyoko calendar, the Chinese version, in 1873. So after the Meiji Restoration, they adopted the Gregorian calendar on the first day of January.
Okay, after the Meiji Restoration then.
So yeah, basically the Meiji Restoration is the reason.
And he just decided to switch the calendars, I guess.
Yeah, well, might as well.
I suppose.
Aww. The Kadomatsu is a traditional decoration from the holiday New Year. And the one they've got looks like a fucking awesome Christmas tree.
Tell us.
It is officially, like, the translation is literally gate pine. Traditional Japanese decoration is Yorishiro of the New Year placed in pairs in front of the house to welcome ancestral spirits or kami to the house. They are placed after Christmas until January 7th or January 15th during the Edo period and considered temporary housing for the kami. And designs for the Kodomatsu vary depending on the region, but are typically made of pine, bamboo, and sometimes ume tree screens, which represent longevity, prosperity, and steadfastness.
Cool.
The fundamental function of the New Year ceremony is to honor and receive the deities who will then bring bountiful harvests to farmers and bestow an ancestors' blessing on everyone. After the January 15th, or in some instances the 19th, the Kadomatsu is burned to appease the kami or deities and release them. And it is included in Unicode as U plus 1F38D pine decoration. So yeah, I guess we know what happens to the tree in the Festival of Gold now.
Oh, now we got this going on. The be-doop, 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 be-doop. Oh well, he's probably not that far off from leveling up.
That's pretty nice.
At least I really hope he's not that far from leveling up, because we got like another level left to go, and then we can fight some fucking gym trainers. Yes, yes, yes. Be-doop, be-doop, be-doop. Enough of
Interesting. So unlike in previous generations where eggs kept their original personality values when traded and can potentially go from shiny to non-shiny or vice versa and hatch for the player with a different idea.
I didn't know you could trade eggs.
In some, like, basically in normal trades you can trade eggs.
I didn't know that. I thought you weren't allowed.
No, totally can. I've traded eggs before.
Okay.
Specifically to let people hatch their own so that they don't get, like, they can have their own one.
Yeah, so they can nickname it and they don't have, like, the massive experience boost if they don't want that.
Yeah.
Here it is, the fight. Vader versus this Ditto. Let's see if it can manage to take it out.
Units traded in Sword and Shield have their personality values altered according to the receiver's trainer ID and secret ID to ensure they obtain their shiny status when matched in a different game.
Come on, Greater. It's 48, 48, 48 defenses. You should not be having this kind of difficult.
In the Grand Underground, the Lightstone bonus allows for one bonus shiny reroll after all players in an instance of the Grand Underground.
The fuck is the Grand Underground?
I'm like, what am I even reading?
Yeah, what are you even reading? I'm also like, what are you even reading?
So, okay, starts out describing the Underground again, and then I'm like, okay.
Yes, but we want the Grand Underground.
Okay, changes. The map is still split into 6 disjointed areas like the original Underground, but the sizes and locations of the 6 areas do not match those of the original Underground. They now include Pokemon hideaways, and each area now corresponds to a different aesthetic environment. That's cool. The digging minigame returns followed closely to its original incarnation, with the exception of the human Pokemon statues, which come from stone boxes.
Yeah.
Runs out of digging spots, more will appear once the player enters an X hideaway. After the Sinnoh Pokedex is complete, mysterious shards will start appearing. Secret bases returned, create using a digger drill. Bases can only be decorated with statues and pedestals to place them on. Flag stealing mechanic is gone.
Oh,
Good
not that I can.
are gone. Barring the drill. Bits no longer have a numerical size and are instead categorized as small or large. They can no longer be buried either. Fucking yeah, bonus. Instead of goods or traps, merchants who appear as hikers can exchange treasure and spheres. Spheres can now be exchanged for pedestals, items, and TMs.
Yeah, I never fucked around with the Underground that much in Gen 4.
Whereas I was like, I can dig things up.
Yeah.
Again, this is a mechanic solely introduced for me. Like,
Yeah, I didn't do a lot in Gen 4, like, I think until, like, Gen 7, that was probably my least played one.
different way to trigger the radar. Grand Underground now supports online communications compared to the original's local communications.
Yeah, in the originals, you can't even access that anymore, it's just shut down.
Yeah. Piglet and Dugtrio will pop out and leave pink sparkles that give 1 and 3 points respectively. Accumulating 40 of those causes something good to happen, which increases the shiny odds for Pokemon hideaways.
Weird.
For a period of 4 minutes. All stone boxes found while digging for the 4-minute bonus period will be gorgeous stone boxes. Whistles heard when the period begins and once more when it ends. The bonuses and progress gauge is shared between all players connected to the same instance of the Grand Underground. If all connected players leave the Underground, it resets.
Sounds like you're describing just so many layers of bullshit.
Yeah. It's basically a mini game.
Yeah.
Steps taken in the Grand Underground now count towards equidistant step counting. Which, yay.
Yeah, surprised that wasn't there in the first place, but okay.
Or at least I don't think it was. It mentions it, so I assume it wasn't.
Haha, you wasted your turn, Ditto.
Oh, that's kind of hilarious. So with the statues, standard statues are obtained from pretty stone boxes, and coloured statues are acquired from gorgeous stone boxes. Coloured statues appear to be made from jade and depict shiny Pokemon,
Okay.
whereas the other ones are just kind of grey.
If your shiny Pokemon is green, I guess. Which a lot of them are.
Yep.
I think they literally just, like, reversed the color codes in the original for shiny Pokemon. Alright, we only have so many Psybeams left, Grader. Can you get up to level 59 before that happens? We shall see.
Change of its layout, the Grand, and this is in the trivia section. There had to be one eventually.
Yeah, there's one at the end of them.
Maintains its rotational symmetry similar to the original.
Okay.
Okay.
What were you actually looking up?
What the shiny ratio was for Legends Arceus, which I have now found.
Okay.
And Pokemon Legends Arceus, completing research tasks to increase a Pokemon's Pokedex sense. It grants extra shiny rolls for that species once the entry reaches level 10, and completing all research tasks for a given entry updates entry to a perfect, gaining even more shiny rolls that stack with other bonus rolls. The shiny charm in this game also grants 3 additional shiny rolls instead of 2 in prior game, and is obtainable after all Pokedex entries are research 10. Massive mass outbreaks, and I'm not even going to explain why it's different from a mass outbreak, grant 12 additional rolls, and mass outbreaks grant an additional 25 rolls, both of which will stack with any rolls granted from the shiny charm and your Pokedex. So basically, oh yes! So the lowest chance is 1 in 4096, and the highest chance is 1 in 216.05.
Okay, so even the lowest chance is way better than normal.
Yeah.
Alright, that's your last Psybeam Grader. You better level up because we're heading back to the Pokemon Center. Nope, didn't happen. Okay, time for Bowler to teleport. Away we go.
So, a note about like Pokemon that you can't get with as shinies specifies in Generation 2, unknowns cannot be shiny unless they have the letters I
or V, which is completely coincidental, but yeah.
Yeah, that's just beautiful, beautiful accidental programming.
Because, you know, the IVs are wrong.
Yep. But it also, like, the IVs determined their form as well as their format.
So, only I and V could be shiny.
Yep.
Because they have the right IVs. Okay, let's see. Grader, can you take out this Pidgeotto without getting whirlwinded? You can if you crit. Good job.
Well done.
And your little bitty 9 now. Good shit. Okay. So that gets you all the way over here. You're now actually above Baller.
Wow.
We still have to level up Baller, but that's fine. That's not going to take long.
Yep. We're finally at the stage where we're almost ready to be.
Almost ready to fucking fight those fucking cannon fodder gym trainers. Isn't it great? After, like...
Something other than this.
Yeah, something other than this would be nice. But honestly, it's a case where, like, we fought the fucking future gym trainers and almost died multiple times.
Yep.
So...
Possible for the non-playable characters in Pokemon to be shiny. The Poochyena or Zigzagoon that attacks Professor Bird. The Zigzagoon that Wally uses in the capture tutorial.
Yep.
The routes that he captures. But
then it won't remember it.
Yep. Which I think is sad. If he got a shiny, he should...
It's just not in the game for them to remember what the character is like. He just has a set routes.
Yep. That's the thing, if it's a set one, why didn't they use the battle?
They assume they just go, okay, random encounter, but discard everything but routes. Anagram grew level 42!
Which, you know, if you're gonna go that hard, just make it a set encounter.
Alright, Anagram, you're like our strongest Pokemon now, kind of.
The Weedle in the Fire Red Left Green. The rental Pokemon found in the Battle Factory. Wild Pokemon that appear in the Battle Pipe Pyramid and in Pokemon Emerald. The Starfleet that attacks you in Pearl and Diamond, in both Shining and Original. The Bidoof or Lucas or Dawn captures in the tutorial. Battle Frontier Pokemon used by the AI in Gold and Soul Silver, and also Platinum. Professor Jennifer's Messino.
Yep. People have talked about that. They're like, this is a Pokemon, and it's like a shiny, and they're like, you son of a bitch!
You stole my shiny, Chance, you bitch!
Stole my shiny! I demand it!
Also with the Susano, the Pearline Bianca catches, the Fletching that your rival uses in the capsule tutorial in X and Y, the Bumblebee that the rival uses in the X and Y tutorial. But this is something that I actually really miss and wish would come back in some form or another.
What?
In Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2, Pokemon with a nickname can be coloured slightly differently. Like, just subtle variations in colour.
Okay, weird.
And it's like, just a sort of variation in the personality values, just give you slightly different.
Okay. I mean, I'll admit, if instead of shiny versions they had, like, very slight variations of, like, the color schemes that you could have, that would probably be a bit better. Like, you just run into them and they're like, oh, this one's slightly lighter, this one's like dark leaves, but lighter feet.
Something like that. That would be
Probably be hard to hash together. I don't know, I'm not a programmer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could just roll, like, use the first, like, characters 1, 6, and 8 of the thing and have them generate an RGB value.
Man, when is fucking, when the fuck is, Anagram supposed to get acid? I forget, but it was something absurd. Also, you'd have to map out what colors are meant to stay the same, though. So it'll be a bit more effort on their part.
Probably, but there's that bit of me that's like, sure,
But it would be cool, though.
Yeah. Because at the moment, everything is fucking 47.
47?
47.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you're not
Just to get acid, a move that you could give me at the start of the Pokemon's life, and I wouldn't look askance at it. I'd be like, yep, that's pretty standard starter move. Acid.
It's like in
This fucking game.
I do like that in Magikarp Jump, you basically get koi colors. Shiny Magikarp, who referred to as Gold Magikarp, is one of the possible fish in Pokemon Magikarp Jump. Shiny Phoebus, Loftus, and Corsola also appear in random encounters during feeding. If the player breaks the Earth Stone the shiny Magikarp is holding, it evolves into a shiny Gyarados.
Huh.
So just something silly and adorable.
So be careful about nudging that water glass there.
So, yeah. Water.
Drink more water. I'm gonna drink more water right now.
Water glass now and that removed. Yeah.
Alright. It's getting on to like 3 hours, Jesus Christ. But I will make this and I will defeat at least those like nobody psychics from the goddamn gym.
Before Generation 8, Castforms, Metaforms, and
Magierna.
had a default form, had the same colours regardless of whether they were shiny or not, although the latter is not legitimately available in shiny variants, so I assume it's legendary.
Weird.
Pokemon 2, Pokemon Black and White 2 had the most in-game shiny event Pokemon available, excluding wild area news, with 2.
Okay.
Can you tell there's a trivia section?
Yeah, this is trivia section, alright.
Yep.
And I'm still like, oh, I can't believe this is how low level I have to grind against.
Yep. That's a whole lot of stuff about shiny Pokemon, and it turns out ridiculously easy is the answer to get shiny Pokemon, and
Not ridiculously easy, but much easier.
compared to what we used to have to do back in the old time.
Yeah, compared to the old, probably way too fucking punishing one.
But yeah. I like just kind of naturally running into shiny Pokemon. I don't usually farm them. The only one I have ever actively tried to get is an Eevee using the Mitsuda method. And the way I did that is I traded with somebody in Japan for a Ditto. And traded them with my English Ditto.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, I think you know what I did in general for all the Pokemon I sent out into the wide world, which is I infected them with Pokerus.
Yeah.
and also created an article explaining what is Pokerus and how you use it.
God, there's like so many in the Wonder Trade, like so many Pokemon. It's like, oh, it's level 100 shiny Charizard with Pokerus. I'm like, this is almost certainly hacked, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gotta be hacked.
And there's a couple of names that you look out for and you're like, yeah, you're a bot.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Come on, these Pokemon have become scared of me.
Yep.
Like it's the guy that always beats us up. He complains about how low level we are.
Yep.
Oh shit, this one got an attack and it did free damage. Did free old damage.
I've literally been using the dupes as punching bags.
Oof.
Oh, I'm not trying to level up, I'm trying to get the number of moves done. And thankfully they respawn rather quickly, which is quite handy.
I wonder if we can one-shot them now with a surf. Probably not, but I want to make sure. We gotta try. If we can speed this up in any way, that'd be lovely. No, we cannot.
And tackle it at least now. Should kill it.
Should kill it. Okay, let's heal this poison then.
Time for a poison run.
Time for heals. Back to Pokemon Center.
I think they got bored of me going on the shiny rock.
Quite possibly. I don't blame them. This is like kind of a more chilled sort of stream. Often we're just grinding shit up. That's why I make it the Sunday one. It's sort of a like, you've had a week. Time to calm down again.
Yep.
Sort of thing. And besides, we're getting close to being able to do something.
Yep.
The problem is, it's gonna take a fucking while.
Yep.
But I still maintain it's like, I will just attempt to, you know, keep on streaming until I run through that gym to help the one person that is still watching us get to actually see something happen.
I know, or just hear us scream about you dying to a random
I mean, like, unlikely once I get up to level 40, but still, holy shit.
Yep. You can do it, Nuzlocke.
You can do it! Strip his fucking head off!
So is this a pocket or just a zip?
This? That's a pocket. That's like a proper pocket there. It's an outdoor gear. You gotta have pockets.
It wouldn't be on the female one, and you know it.
I have no idea. I've never bought female outdoor gear.
Let's just say it follows the pattern.
Well, that's stupid. You'd think that they'd be able to stop them, considering it's like, okay, for fashion, it's fashion, but for outdoor stuff, you have to have, you know, features or you die.
Yeah, it's usually like you've got 2 pockets on a jersey and that's it.
Right. So 2 more than you normally get. And this is 2 more than I normally get, so, you know.
Me and pockets, Daniel's heard me screaming about the mockets many times. They mock you with their lack of pocket.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Like, you had to go to more effort to make this fake pocket that you would have had to do just by...
Than to just put in a pocket. Just make a real pocket.
Or just not have that space. Like...
Or do nothing, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you could leave that a blank patch and that would be less thread use, less, like, fabric.
It's like when you run into people who are wearing a mask but only over their mouth, and I'm like, why are you bothering? You're not helping everybody, and you're making it hard to breathe for yourself, so, like, why take the in-between that does nothing for anyone? Take the mask off and put it on properly.
They made me wear my mask.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of the Always Sunny bit where Danny DeVito comes in with the mask underneath. And like, there's the fucking shopkeeper's also got the mask underneath his chin. He's like, hey, you're supposed to be wearing a mask. He's like, I am. He's like, oh, sorry.
It's kind of worse when other people not wearing a mask point out that you're not wearing a mask. It's like, you know what you look like, right?
I was more poking fun with like old people who do not understand the mask restrictions at all. Just don't. Aggressively don't.
I have so many, like, people will be like, oh, death rate's so low, why are we even bothering with all of these?
Death rate's so low, which is to say, in my demographic it's so low.
Yep. One dude was quoting a 0.005% death rate, and I'm like,
Yeah, but what's the infection rate? 0.05 of your percent of your population dying is quite a lot of people dying, actually. People's populations tend to be measured in the millions.
yep.
So that's a lot more than hundreds.
Yeah. It was also the fact that they were posting this on the overly sarcastic thing about the Black Death.
Right.
Where it was like
Yeah, well, the Black Death is basically what we would get if we didn't have one medicine right now.
And so I had to post a response to it because they posted it in the
that's
last
how you
60
be.
days. Yep. And did a full list of, one, those people did not have to die, and so you'll say that is just...
I'd rather a few people die than me be inconvenienced.
Yeah. Second of all, if we weren't following those, we know what this is. We should be following the instructions and...
Paralyzed.
Yeah. The fact that we are not following these instructions is why we're having deaths. Third, if we weren't following them at all, we would totally be having that death rate because,
I mean, frankly, if everyone had followed all of the rules straight away, then we'd already... The plague would be dead. It would not have enough victors. Everyone would either die or be unable to pass it to anybody else.
And we'd be done.
And it would be gone. It would just straight up be gone.
Yep.
But people won't do that.
Oh, mask is too much hassle. Washing my hands is too much hassle. And I'm like...
These are the same people that complain about seatbelts.
Yep.
Yes, level 40. 40. We have reached our target level for now. For you. Okay.
At least when you don't wear a seatbelt, you're not likely to kill other people.
Yes.
But yeah, and also, you should be washing your hands, you motherfucking...
You really should. I've had to deal with this my whole life of seeing people come out of the bathroom and then just wander out the door, out the store, out the door.
You gotta handle your genitals when you pass.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, actually, you're more likely to get, germs from other sources than from touching your dick, but still, it's come on. It's still just a social thing that you do.
And also, what I understand is you don't generally wipe it off to dry it off, and therefore you get the drips. And therefore, you're more likely to have tests on yourself.
Well, yeah, that's unavoidable. That's the laws of hydrodynamics.
Yeah.
You would know.
Not to go into too much detail, but I feel grossed out by the idea of not drying off down there.
It's just one of those things, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's still being annoyed at the Pokemon you have to recoil.
Yeah, well, this guy is not going to get anything until, Mega Kick.
Yeah.
If we still had a Mega Punch at TM, I could give it to him, but...
it's not
R.I.P. Fat by Slim.
Yeah, it's not that you are using this, it's the fact that that is a method for evolving certain Pokemon.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we didn't have that discussion on screen, but yeah.
So for the viewers, the discussion we are talking about is in Pokemon Arceus, and this has been true since Sword and Shield. There are Pokemon that, in order to evolve them, you need to take recoil damage. In both situations, you have to do a certain amount of recoil damage, though in the Sword and Shield one, it's the worst possible implementation of you have to get up to that number without fainting in one battle, I think.
And it's not necessarily recoil damage, it's just taking damage.
Take damage, okay. Take damage until you get to that number without fainting, and then go stand up.
And then go to a very specific spot.
Yeah.
A very specific spot. I don't know what they intended, did they think people would find this out and then talk to each other? Because what's going to happen is no one's going to figure it out. People will rip it from your data code, and then just when people want to evolve this Pokemon, they'll look it up on the internet.
Yep.
So, yeah, you didn't exactly create a great ARG or whatever.
Yep.
You just made things inconvenient.
Yep. The newest one is one of the Arceus-specific ones. It's got to take a set amount, a minimum amount of recoil damage, specifically recoil damage. But it doesn't have to be all in one battle. You can heal between battles as long as it does not faint in this process. You're all good.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's weird that it can measure between recoil and non-recoil damage, but whatevs.
Yeah. no idea how it does it.
I guess the game does have to be able to measure between recoil and non-recoil, or else Rockhead wouldn't work.
And self-destruct wouldn't, like, be terrible.
No, that doesn't have to. It doesn't have to do you damage at all. It just has to be like, you are fainted now.
Okay, true. Though in Arceus, again, it doesn't faint you, so it's really weird.
Fucking weird.
Like, there's a significant chunk, I think 2/3 of your health, but it's not faint you. So you can use self-destruct multiple times.
Gotta half-ass it, I guess.
Yeah. But I can't tell if I like it more or less, because it means that I've got 3 Pokemon blowing up in my face.
Alright, do we have enough hit points left to... maybe not.
Yeah, I'd not risk it.
Away we go.
Cap of 43.
I got a cap of 43, but I don't necessarily need to use him, and, well, I will be using him in the Koga battle. So if he gets to 43, I guess I'll stop using him, but I won't be using him in the Sabrina battle. I won't be using him in the battle against Sabrina's trainers.
Because he'll just
die. So there's no need for that. So I don't need to worry about him going over leveled anytime soon. And if he does, then I'll just stop using other Pokemon. We're at the higher levels now.
Yeah.
The chance of over leveling by accident, quite low.
Yeah.
And also, there's not going to be any convenient way to level this fucker up otherwise. So like I said, he's not going to be fighting any of the gym trainers we're about to fight after we get everyone to level 40.
Sorry, now I'm just laughing. Okay. Pokemon move breeding is where my brain has gone now. And I think I told you about my epic chain of breeding in order to get a particular Pokemon with a move without wasting the TM.
Which move?
So it was Thief, and I was getting it onto a...
What gen was this then? A 4?
Yes. The Pokemon ended up in Generation 4, yes.
Well, where did you breed it?
I had to breed the first stage of it in Generation 3.
Okay.
And the reason for this is because, of course, TMs were only one use at that stage.
Yeah.
And the way I did it is I got it onto a Ludicolo, not a Ludicolo, a Lombre. Which learned it naturally in Generation 3, but no one learned it naturally in Generation 4.
Weird.
Yes. So yeah, I got it onto a Lombre, and then I bred it onto a, I believe it was either a Paris or a Seedot, and then brought that forward into the new gen in order to bring it down the line.
I personally never got why they felt the need to fiddle with the movesets of Pokemon that don't appear in any of those Generations games.
Yep, but there it was.
But they do it, and I'm like, but why?
Yep.
That's extra effort for no reason. You could have just kept it the same.
Yep. And it was really frustrating because I wanted that Thief.
And then in Gen 5, they invalidated it by making TMs like as many uses as you want.
Yep.
So the chain is completely worthless.
Yep.
You could have just traded your Butterfree in, got the Thief TM, and just used it.
Exactly. But the reason I was doing it is because I wanted a Compound Eyes Thief.
Yeah, no, I know why you did it, because that has the highest chance of actually getting the item you want.
Yeah.
Because Compound Eyes has a higher chance for the Pokemon to have the held item if they have any.
Yep.
If you've got it first in the party.
Yep.
So yeah.
And it was very useful for getting some of those items.
I was going to say, though, the change from TMs to one use to, like, from one use to as many as you can really changes around how you rate Pokemon. Because, like, things like Fat by Slim, in a theoretical game, like, in a theoretical, like, actual, like, say, Gen 6 remake of Red and Blue, it would probably be significantly higher because it has a really good learn set, but the reason I rated it so low is because you probably want to be giving those TMs, like those really good TMs, to better Pokemon that have better stats. But if it's not losing out, then you can just give it to them. Oh yeah, this is super effective, but it doesn't really matter. God damn it. Doesn't matter because...
fucked up in the coding for this.
This is just how they had it back in Gen 1.
Because that was a bug move, and
yep, that's just how they had it back in Gen 1. Bug and poison types were mutually super effective. Don't know why.
Oh. Cool.
Yep, it's weird. But yeah, like I was saying, so like Gen 5 onwards, their learn set is effectively their move set. 'Cause it's like once you get that TM, you'll have that move if you want them to have that move.
Basically, you're limited to when can you get it.
When can you get it? Because there's some Pokemon where it's like, oh, I learned Rock Tomb at level 32, and I'm like, that's not useful. But I'll already have Rock Tomb by then, so you effectively learn it as soon as I get you.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna give it to you.
It's also super weird. Like TMs have become like really common moves.
Let's say Tyron is a good example. It's like moveset when it starts off is really shit, but it has so many moves that you can teach it that you will have the TMs for by then that it doesn't matter. You can just give it Bulldoze, give it Rock Tomb, and suddenly it's pretty good.
I forget what generation I found this in, or why I was doing it. Some generations are just blurred together. You know that in second gen onwards, the move Sweet Scent attracts Pokemon in the overworld.
Yeah, because that's when it exists.
Yep. And from I think it's 6th generation on, if you do that in the wild, it will instead lure a horde.
Yes, because they tied it to the horde mechanic.
Yes, and will only attract hordes. So yeah, occasionally I would just be like spamming that in the overworld,
And then spamming Bulldoze.
Yeah, except for the times where I got a group of it must have been Ruby Diamond. Come on, brain.
Is it a Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire you're talking about?
Yes, thank you. Because I got a lot of Wingull hordes.
No, they had Wingull hordes in X and Y.
Okay, so it could be either of them, but I
remember them distinctly because they're really fucking annoying to fight.
Yeah.
Because they just growl and supersonic you, and it's like,
Yeah, but I specifically had like a group hitting move, so
yeah,
that could affect flyers.
it could affect flies because they're immune to Bulldoze. So normally my tactics don't work on them.
Yeah.
Whereas otherwise I'd just be like, Bulldoze. So many Pokemon can learn Bulldoze, and like you use it. It's really useful. You're like, okay, every horde battle I'm using Bulldoze, and half my Pokemon get it. So here we go.
I think I was doing something similar to the way to get wrong version to get it, so therefore the horde battles were theoretically the way to get it. Things like getting so
Thank God an attack.
oh come on, brain. Why words? The Viper Zangoose in one of those games, like
Right.
that version thing.
Yeah.
But because of that, if you got a horde battle, there was a small chance of it being of them having the other one just has come along with the horde for some reason.
Yeah, no, they would. Every horde, I think, with Zangoose or Seviper, will be all of one and one of the other. So it's like, okay, you've got like 4 Zangoose versus 1 Seviper.
And they'll gang up on it.
And they'll gang up on it.
Which is kind of
so they'll fight each other before they fight you. Which is hilarious until you're trying to cash it, in which case you're like, no, I have to kill them.
Yeah,
not the middle one.
Also, not throw a Pokeball until they're all dead.
Your character can't aim very well.
Yeah.
He'll always hit the Pokemon, but if there's 2, he'll be like, ugh.
Which is actually not an Arceus. That totally lets you like focus on a Pokemon in a group.
Oh shoot, we're down to 0. We're down to effectively 0
no.
viewers. Oh well.
We scared them away.
It's fine.
Woo!
Level 40. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just do the grinding, and then we can save the actual good stuff for another stream where there might be people watching.
I like your optimism, sir.
Hey, Keeper wasn't even here this time. Might be there next time.
Could be.
So next Sunday, instead, we'll be doing the actual fights, which might make for a lot more entertaining entertainment. Okay. Well, Bowler, yeah.
Thunderbolt's good electric attack.
Yeah, I actually think Bowler might... Depends on how those Oddish take those Thunderbolts.
Pretty darn badly, it seems.
That was Venonat.
Sorry. Why did my brain just confuse a Venonat with an Oddish?
And the 2 blobby black poison types.
Yep. That are extremely common around
Bipedal.
here. Vaguely flashy things floating off them.
Yeah. Oh.
Get thyself back in that grass, mister. Well, now you get to find out.
We now will find out.
So in the latest Snake Discovery video, I saw that they had Cubone here, like Cubone masks.
Shit, okay. The answer is it doesn't take it that great.
I was about to say you could Sonic Boom the rest of that.
I guess I could have, yes.
Saved yourself a Thunderbolt.
See, Ball is gonna be good to, like, get us past the various water types we'll be fighting.
Might be worth seeing how much Gloom takes.
No, it won't. Like, if an Oddish couldn't get one shot, a Gloom will definitely not get one shot, and it'll spam out either Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, or Stun Spore,
Yep.
which will totally hinder Baller's grinding.
Sorry,
Hey, an attack gets hit. Isn't that nice when that happens?
but it loves you so much it fell asleep.
What?
Have you ever played with Trader Pokemon?
So that's it disobeyed you enough that it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm
You're
making
getting the loved you so much thing with like Pokemon and me.
because I am
Next
making
up.
fun of things. Too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty funny.
Switch out. The problem is like, oh, I thought Baller was going to be a bit of a slam dunk, but I didn't notice that he would probably not be able to take an Oddish, which is like half of the Pokemon here.
Yep.
Annoyingly.
Yep. How many PP have you got left in Bite?
Not too many. It's fine, then we'll just switch to somebody else.
Yep.
If we end up getting poisoned, we have to go back. That's
Yep.
life. I'm more just wondering how the fuck I'm gonna get all the way back to Saffron City. I guess I'll have to, like, do some annoying switching out of Pokemon. Get Speary back.
Well, you could literally just
I guess
fly
I can
and
just
then
fall.
flop out.
Yes, I need to get Speary on my team to fly, don't I?
I'm just remembering that the old switching mechanics.
It's not too bad though, because we don't have to switch boxes. I just
Yeah.
realized it's like, okay, we can deposit someone, then get Speary. Oh god, you only got one bite left? Okay. Greater, I guess.
Jeez.
Yeah, we should have switched to you in the first place, oh well. And you're poisoned now, great.
Kill it. Okay.
We kill it.
Alright. Time to teleport
Time
back.
to teleport back home.
I was about to say, is at the top.
He's at the top.
For a reason. Yeah, that reason is to grind.
Yes, because finally he's the one in need of leveling up. Took a while.
Yep. Two left. Him and the grader.
Him and Greater, it shouldn't
the
take
Greater
too
guy.
much longer.
Yep.
And then we can just be like, okay, that was a grinding session, I guess.
Yep.
First one we've had, actually, that is nothing but grinding. Because normally I'm like, grind for ages and then some activity, and then maybe go back to grinding for ages, but... At least the bike music is good. If the
Yeah.
bike music was bad, that would make this whole thing completely intolerable.
I am also losing my voice.
That's okay. We do not have much further to go in this run.
Nearly there.
We're nearly there. We're not gonna go to the gym because nobody else is watching. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
So instead, we'll simply grind everyone up, go to Saffron, and then end the stream there. So
Yeah.
that next Sunday we can start by fighting the gym, and then probably a little bit more grinding, and then we fight Koga, fight Sabrina, and get some fucking surfing going.
Come on, Bowler, get your level up.
You know, I think Ball is like in one of those medium XP curves.
Probably. Oh.
Oh, why did I run? That was stupid. My brain's gone.
Right. Oh.
Oh well, we can just kill this ditto, I guess.
So, yawns has.
Yawn.
A yawn.
More ditto? Is that the danger hit points? 111. Emergency.
New Zealand emergency number, like the 911 for America. Not anymore!
Frontline Swift.
Another move.
Yeah, okay. We are going to forget teleport.
Oh,
We're gonna forget teleport. We don't need teleport anymore, really.
yeah.
The rest of the grinding we're gonna be doing is gonna be in caves. We're gonna have dig for that.
Yep.
So, yep, here we go. And then we just have to do greater, and then that'll be it.
And Grader can pretty much handle everything here because it's almost all poison.
Pretty much, oops, all poison.
Oops, all poison. That's this generation's nickname.
Yeah, oops, all poison.
Yeah, I heard you like some poison, so I put some poison in your grass type. I hear you like some poison, I put some poison in your water type.
You get the poison things, and you get the poison.
thing.
Everyone gets the poison thing, not you, Ditto.
But I could mimic somebody who can do poison things.
Yes. Yes, you can. But not you, Caterpie, even though you're a caterpillar, and caterpillars are indeed quite poisonous normally.
Yep. Suppose it depends on the caterpillar type.
Depends on the caterpillar, but the ones I normally think of are the monarch caterpillars, which are hella poisonous.
And swallowtails, which I think they are, which...
Yeah, they're super poisonous too.
yeah.
Okay, Grader, can you actually finish this 48, 48, 48 defense guy? You cannot. What is wrong with you? My god.
He's butterfree, that's what's wrong with him.
Oh no. Paralyzation, that's bad.
Well, it means he can't be poisoned.
Does mean you can't be poisoned, but it also means that fights are going to take like twice as long now on average.
Yeah. Now the other guy gets a turn too.
Now the other guy's probably going to get a turn in first. Depends on how fast Butterfree is, I guess. God damn it. At least twice as long.
At least.
Because there's a chance of just being paralyzed.
Yep.
It's super annoying.
Super effective.
At being annoying.
Yeah. Well, it's no Spaminton, but you like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
At least we have Barry the Platypus to keep us company.
Yes, he is there on my desk.
I still can't believe that that got the okay from Disney.
What did?
Just Phineas and Ferb in general. Like,
It doesn't really push too many of the boundaries that Disney cares about.
yeah, that's true.
That's more things like Owl House and that, and Gravity Falls, where it's like, how did this get approved?
This character is non-standard gender. How dare you? Non-heterosexual life partners.
Sorry, I'm just reminded of, okay, so the guy that made, one of the guys that made Phineas and Ferb, Dan Poppelmeyer, he has a YouTube account, right?
Yep.
And he does little short things where people ask him questions, you know, he'll answer them. So he's like, you worked on Rocko's Modern Life. Can you remember
No,
that show?
that go. That explains so much about
Yeah. Em and Jeff Swampy Marsh worked on Rocko's Modern Life. Anyway, he's like, was there any adult jokes or anything that the censor said you couldn't do? He's like, oh yeah, sometimes. Like, with the time we had Hipper go up against the milking machine, and he's not a cow, he's a steer, and we wanted to put love hearts in his eyes, well, they didn't let us do that. They made us put stars in his eyes instead. Which is a very good way of saying, nah, there really wasn't much they didn't let us do. It really wasn't.
Oh, it's so good though. Oh, I found something, I don't know how true it is, but so I'll have to look into it at some point. Where it was talking about twin cows. And specifically, if a male and female twin pair get born, that there is a, like, the female cow is basically a sterilized cow because apparently there's enough testosterone in there to.
Wow.
And I'm like,
that's fucked up.
weird if true. But
yeah, weird if true.
Yeah. So yeah, that was what just got my brain going at the moment. It's like, that's really specific and seems like it would not be true because cows often have twins. Or like,
I don't think they do that often.
They're ungulates. They have at least, an on par with.
I think most of the ungulates tend to be single births because.
I mean, they've got 4 teats.
They do have 4 teats. It's true, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, because they come out like they're developed enough. They're not be Psybeam. They're developed enough to be able to walk basically from the go. That you can't put too many in there. Like, it's generally... It's not like with pigs. Pigs don't walk straight off the bat. You can get litters of those. Yeah, kittens, which are further away from that. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to like cows and horses and all that, they generally do just have single births.
Yeah. I did find it odd then that they would have full nipples when the chances are pretty low.
I mean, could just be a holdover from previously in their evolution.
Either that or it could be a social bonding thing, because I think they might feed other babies in the wild.
Don't know, could be.
We fucked them up hard enough that it's hard to tell anymore.
Yeah, this is one of those things, it's like, you don't know for sure that serves a purpose anymore.
Yeah,
like, nature falls for good enough, like, it'll settle. And it'll be like, okay, sure, that's good enough. You don't even need that anymore. Like with the appendix, it's like, yeah, that's mostly for eating things that humans don't eat anymore.
Apparently it also can basically act as a gut bacteria fallout shelter.
That's a good extra purpose.
Yep.
But my point being is more just like, yeah, sometimes things just hang around for the sake of it. Because it's like, it's very hard to actually get rid of shit or completely or make new shit in evolution. You normally just repurpose stuff you've got. Like we still have a tailbone, despite not having a tail. The bone's there.
Get a tail, and in some cases it can be stimulated to grow by external knocking of it.
Gross.
Yep.
But yeah.
You have to really, give a fuck ton to it to... It's basically like the same way that you can technically knock somebody out by hitting their temple, but you have to do it very right, or you fuck that person up. Yeah.
Or just make them mad.
Yeah. Like, it's that nice critical line between oh no and oh fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess 3.5 hours is about level 33 to level 30 to level 40 of grinding in this game.
Yeah.
Damn it. Grader, you were going so well until you got fucking paralyzed.
Yeah.
How did that even happen? Again.
I can remember.
Did you miss a Psybeam or something?
I think something didn't quite kill a gloom.
Yeah.
And level 40!
Thank God. Okay. So you're going up there. You're going up there. You're going over there. Not Psyduck, you still actually have some of the lowest health of any of these Pokemon. You're going to be like the next lowest after Dugtrio.
I wonder what that caching on the edges is.
Caching on the edges?
So when you were going through that walkway, in the black areas, occasionally there'd be like slides of red.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably something to do with the completely legitimate version I have.
Could be. But you see, it's right there. It looks like it's just a repeating texture.
Yeah, it looks like some of this is overlapping. Like some of the right side's overlapping onto the left side.
Yeah, and I wonder, if that... Because I could totally believe that that's because of the spaghetti code. I could 100%
I don't think it is. I think it's due to the thing that we're using here. So, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna deposit anagram for now. We're gonna withdraw Speary.
Are you going to level Sperry or...
Hell no, we're going to use him to fly. Yeah, we're not leveling Speary anymore.
Are you taking him into the gym?
Honestly...
Because I don't think taking anagram... Yeah, there you go. Into the gym is a sensible idea.
I guess you're correct. And I'll just heal here just in case we need to like dig or something, because I think you can dig out of gems. I'm not sure.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm not sure. We're just gonna heal here just in case.
Could you pass me your back?
Yeah. Although it's like just about end of stream time now.
I know, but
Speaking of which, it's end of stream time. We did it. We leveled up to level 40. We did not beat Koga and Sabrina as we wanted, but we're getting there next stream for sure, because I can't think of anything that's going to stop us unless we get horrible disasters. So
the other time.
we'll see y'all later.
Bye.